Hello and happy Friday. We are here for another game for Brophy against the 3-0 Perry Panthers. How are you doing today? I'm with my partner and co-host, Mr. Quentin Presley. How are you doing today?
My man, I'm doing great. It's a great day out here in the beautiful state of Arizona, and we're ready for some Friday night lights.
Yes, sir. And just a correction on my part, it is not the Perry Panthers, it's the Perry Pumas. Off to a little bit of a bad start, but let's get some questions in before we get the game rolling and started. Now, obviously, going back to last week, we had a big change in the quarterback situation. We had number two, Rylan Humphrey. He was taken out at halftime for the backup, Case Vanden Bosch. And Case Vanden Bosch honestly had a great game. He led them to the victory, the 28-14 victory. But talking with some of the Brophy intel earlier, it does look like number two, Rylan Humphrey, will get the start again for the Brophy Broncos. How do you think that impacts his offense? And, what are you expecting out of this offense?
You know, I I think it's the right way to go. I mean, they're both juniors, but you started out the season with Rylan Humphrey, and I think it's good to not. I feel like that would throw off the rhythm. One bad half, they take him out, and then he loses his spot. That might lead to some problems in the locker room. You give him another chance tonight, but I could easily be seeing CVB get out there and get his legs warmed up and really change the dynamic from the running side as a quarterback.
I definitely agree with that as well. I think, Humphrey has given you two quality starts. Obviously, the third game was a little shaky there, but he's shown you he has the potential and the ability to lead this offense and to have success, and that will be huge because, Perry's defense and secondary has been phenomenal as they run out onto the field right now. They've only given up 116 passing yards per game in their first three opponents. I mean, that's going to be one of the key matchups, I think. The Brophy wide receivers versus the Perry secondary. For you, what do you see as a key matchup in today's game?
I mean, I think you definitely put it best there. It's definitely that secondary versus whoever they choose to put out at quarterback. Another one I think is going to be a really good matchup to look out for is Brophy's wide receivers attacking also the secondary. So not only is it to be the quarterback versus the secondary, it's also going to be the wide receivers trying to get open. I think, obviously Devin Fitzgerald, he's going to go out there and looking to get hot early. And I think Perry's going to be the best job so far that they face at getting him cold.
I definitely think so. I mean, Devin Fitzgerald is your best wide receiver for Brophy. He does lead them in the receiving yards. So I think it's imperative. If you want to see Brophy's offense start off on the right foot tonight, you got to feed the big man,
Yeah.
number one for the wide receiver. Let's switch over to Perry now because they have a wide receiver of their own who is averaging over 140 yards a game, LJ Walker. He's going to have a very important matchup with Brophy's Cree Thomas, the defensive back, four-star, going to Notre Dame next week. Talk to me about that matchup. I mean, that's a star-studded event right there.
I mean, totally. I mean, like we said, Friday Night Lights, there's nothing better than getting your college commit DB going at someone's best wide receiver. So I think we're going to see it on full display tonight. Cree, like you said, I mean, he's very good at what he does. He's a two-way player. He also plays on the offensive side as well. That's going to be very exciting. And LJ's going to have a tougher matchup tonight. He's not going to have it as easy as he had it. I'm not saying what he does is easy, but he's going to have to work even harder to produce on the offensive side tonight.
Yes, sir. One last matchup that I wanted to point out is I think it's going to be big is to see who controls this line of scrimmage. Brophy's offensive line versus Perry's defensive line. If you look, if there's any type of weakness in this Perry defense, I would say it's that defensive line. They're giving up over 134 rushing yards per game. Brophy has a lot of commits. It's a senior O line. They have a lot of experience. I think that's going to be huge for them to get off on the right foot. Obviously, you got the two-headed monster in Chambers, in Estrada, who have both been doing good today. Talk to me a little bit about that. How, I think the offensive line is going to be very important if Brophy's offense wants to get rolling today.
Oh, I mean, you're totally right. Estrada and Chambers are ball players, man. They both are very impactful when it comes to the ground play, and yeah, Brophy's offensive line is going to be major tonight in getting them holes and freeing them up, able to push it down the field. Perry's defense being their D line, they're gonna have to really lock in. Because I mean, if you're Brophy, you have a good opportunity to put three running threats on the floor with Chambers, Estrada, and CVB.
And
And
Humphreys too. He also can. He's a dual threat as well. So they do have a lot of options.
yeah, and I think that we're really going to see them try to punish them on the ground and try to take advantage of that.
Lastly, for me, I mean, what do you think is going to be the key for this game? You have a 3-0 Perry versus a 3-0 Brophy. Number 4 Brophy versus number 11 Perry. This is going to be a close game. It's going to be a game of inches. It may come down to one play. What's going to be the key for Brophy to come away with the W tonight and go on and be 4-0?
Man, this is a key game to win because if you win this game, you're going into your future schedule with a ton of momentum, and they have a huge schedule moving forward. The key for tonight to make sure they ensure that is to keep on their offensive production. They haven't kicked a field goal, right? So they've been really good at getting to the end zone, whether they liked it, whether the other team likes it or not. And I think they've been averaging 35 points per game as a team, and they're going to have to be full throttle.
Yes, sir. For me, I think it's seeing Brophy put together a full game. We saw it last week. They had one good half of football. Even the week before, where they blew out Regis 44-0. You got to remember, it was a 7-0 halftime lead, and then they had that explosive second half. I think when you're facing a team like Perry, number 11 in the state, obviously they got some playmakers. I think you got to put together a full game of no penalties, no mistake football, and hopefully that can come away with the win. But it looks like we're getting started here with Harry kicking off to Brophy. We're in for a great game, partner.
I'm very excited, my guy. And yeah, like you said, the kickoff is about to happen. This Perry crowd is electric. Cowbells are shaking. We're on the Brophy side, actually. So that's where the Cowboys are heading. Cowbells are ringing. Looking across at the Perry side, they have a lot of bleacher spaces to fill up, so it might look a little bit empty, but trust me, there's a ton of people here for this event.
Yes, sir. We have number 82. That's James Dean kicking off for Perry. As you see, for Brophy, you got Ryder Noche, you got Creed Thomas back there returning for them. Two explosive returners that could potentially take it to the house, but man. And we are off and started. Touchback by Brophy, so they'll get it out at the 20. As we see Rylan Humphrey and the offense head out here for their first drive.
Humphrey's going to get that first drive. Like you said, it's been confirmed. And we're going to be able to see what he can produce tonight. I'm very excited to see. And Perry's in a long one for the run game.
As we talked about it earlier, Rylan Humphrey had a tough game. Went 9 for 16 for 79 yards, 56.2 completions, only one TD, had 2 interceptions, also lost a fumble. So it was a tough day. Let's see if we can get him to bounce back.
Most definitely. I mean, he's had 3 interceptions on the season, 2 of them coming from that game. So if you take those away, he's been producing pretty good football.
Yes, sir. Humphrey in the shotgun with a running back to each side of him. Waits for the snap. Sharper in motion there. And he'll give it off to Chambers, that looks like right there to start off. Solid gain there for about 6, it looks like. And like I said, you see that coming into action already. The Brophy offensive line making holes for their running backs here. And as you see here, it looks like they got a package with both Humphrey and Case Vandenbosch in there. So that's going to be something to look out for. I mean, Vandenbosch, 6'2", big body. As we talked about, he has the legs. So you see they're incorporating a little 2 QB package right here.
Yeah, this is going to be crazy. I don't think I've ever seen something like this.
Chambers in motion. Humphrey fakes the handoff. Looks like he got deflected at the line and it'll be incomplete. Great job by by Perry's defense right there. Staying disciplined, getting the hands of the ball, leaving it for 3rd down and 4 at the 26 for Brophy.
Yeah, it's looking like a good defensive stance for Perry currently, and they're going to have to do it for one more down to be able to secure the turnover.
So it looks like Humphreys will go out here. Vandenbosch will take it here. Interesting because, I was told Humphreys would start, but it looks like they're mixing in both here. Definitely got packages. And as you see, number 1, Devin Fitzgerald out there by himself. Let's see what they go here. Vandenbosch will take the handoff and take it for a first down for Perry. What a play for him, showing off the legs, showing off the movement, the vision to get the first down for this Brophy offense.
Yeah, that was lethal. I mean, 3rd and 4, need to get that first down. Way to go, CVB. Use your legs and get that motor turning in order to secure the first down.
So this seems like this is going to be a trend for the whole game where we have the quarterback switching out here. Humphreys back in. Has a trip set for the wide receivers off to his right. And it looks like Chambers is in the backfield right there. But Brophy will call their first timeout trying to get set right there. I mean, that's not something that you want to see on your first drive, burning one of those timeouts. That could prove crucial in the later stages of the first half.
Most definitely. And I think what's even more crucial about it being right now is kind of giving Perry away that you're using your two quarterback scheme. And now they're going to get a chance to talk about it real quick. It might not be enough time, but now Perry is ready for it and they can possibly game plan for it moving forward.
I definitely think that's something interesting that we haven't seen all season from Brophy at all. I mean, usually it's either one or the other, Vanden Bosch or Humphreys in there. Looks like tonight we're going to have a couple mix of both of them. They may have both of them take hold of this offense for each drive, but it's going to be interesting to see as this game develops.
Yeah, and I mean we almost saw Perry stop him for a stand, but when you put in that running threat of CVB, it just turns into a whole different ball game.
As the Brophy offense will come out now, they're on the 36, 10 minutes in the first quarter left. 1st and 10 here. Humphreys lines up with 3 wide receivers to his right. Chambers in the backfield in the shotgun. Looks like they're switching up the play call here. As Humphreys takes a snap and gets it out there to number 13. That looks like CC, also known as Christian Camarada, for a very little gain there. Again, you see Perry's defense being very, very disciplined right there, not allowing these wide receiver screens to go off for big gains.
Yeah, very disciplined, and that could have been a play for loss, and luckily CC was able to get up there and get a few yards barely.
I mean, you always want to stay positive on offense. You don't want to have any negative plays. I think that's the biggest part. Stay ahead of the chains for sure.
Definitely.
And we'll see Humphreys talking to his offensive line, getting the protection right here. Chambers to his left as he takes a snap. And he gives it to Chambers, who will have a good short couple of gains. Looks like it'll be 3rd and about 4 here for the Brophy Broncos as they head to their second 3rd down of the drive already.
I mean, look, they literally were here just a few plays ago. Perry now has a chance to turn the tables and play this possession differently than they did a few moments ago.
Yes, sir, and it looks like they'll stick with Humphreys for this 3rd down right here. Has a trips set to his right, sorry about that, as he'll take the snap, look for his wide receiver, and through the hands right there, that was number 85, Donovan McNabb Jr. right there. You know, McNabb Jr., he hasn't gotten a lot of snaps throughout the first couple of games. He's been involved a little bit, but that's when you got to come up right there. That was in the hands of the wide receiver. That just enough for a 1st down right there, but not able to get it done.
I mean, that was a great pass, right, by Humphreys, and he did his job, ran the play, found his guy, and it just didn't work out. I think it's good to see that he's in a groove right now, moving forward, and we'll see how much more comfortable he'll be further in the game.
Sir, so it's 4th and 5 for Brophy right now as they look to punt it off. And it's almost blocked, but they get it away. That'll be going off to number 1, Max Wendell Schaefer. And it looks like, you know, it was a little bit of a scare there, but great punt by the Brophy special teams down and get inside the 10 right there. And that's where Perry Pumas will take over.
Yeah, no, now Perry gets a shot at it, and I think they're going to look to go to LJ quick, right? I mean, he's coming off a really hot game against Queen Creek. Really one of the biggest reasons why they won that game. So I think in order to hold it down at home field, he's going to be a major part of their production.
Well, let's see where they set this ball up. I mean, Perry started to come out to the midfield, but wow, it looks like it'll actually go to the 40. May have been a penalty right there for Brophy special teams, but
that's a huge
penalty.
penalty.
Oh no, it was looks like it was a flag on Perry right there. Brophy will get it back with the ball.
Why?
Wow. That's something right there that you can't have if you're Perry, giving Brophy extra opportunities to have their offense score right here as Humphreys is in the shotgun, gets the ball here. Looking for a wide receiver, gets it out to Chambers. Oh no, looks like that is the other running back, Estrada, right there. And you see he's making the most of what he has right there. Takes a little gain, has some defenders in front of him, but is able to pick up positive yards, creating a 2nd and short.
Yeah, I mean, when you see Estrada on the field, you're really thinking that they're going to give it to him in a carry to push up the field. Seeing him take off the position and then get into a receiving position, being able to push down the field, was very lethal and a good play.
And Humphries will fake it right here. Juke move out to Estrada. He gives it up. And it looks like it'll be close, but it looks like they'll be in a third and short. No gain right there. You see that as well. I mean, Humphries does have the legs. He gives the defender a quick juke move. Obviously gives it to Estrada right there, able to have no gain. And it looks like they'll switch out Humphries right now for CVB, Vanden Bosch. I mean, you got to expect the run here with Vanden Bosch.
Totally. And, yeah, Perry's defensive line is looking very strong. I know we talked about how they're in for a long game, and so far they're looking solid.
Well, one thing that you want from your defense is the team rallying, and you see players are flying to the ball right now, not allowing Brophy to get a lot of extra yards after contact. So it's one thing to look out right here as Vanden Bosch gets the snap. It looks like he's looking to throw to his wide receiver, and that looks like that's a touchdown for Brophy right there. What a throw, what a pass. And that's number 84, Dalen Sharper, and that is a great way for Brophy to start off the game right there. What a play. I mean, we were expecting pass from Vanden Bosch, and he shows he has some arm with it, too.
There's no better way to destroy the narrative that he has no arm than going out there and throwing a 30-yard bomb into the end zone.
Bomb it is. I mean, bomb voyage, as they say now. I mean, what a play by Brophy there as they get the extra point.
Seems like they roughed up the kicker.
It looks like the kicker definitely took a beating right there. We'll see what they say. But for right now, it is 7-0 Brophy. What a start for that Brophy offense. Talk to me about that.
I mean, think about it. You're fourth down. You're about to kick the ball away. Perry, you're about to receive it. Turns away. You give the ball back to them at your 40, and you end up giving Vanden Bosch not open. That was a great dime. Just down the field and who was it that caught it?
That was Dalen Sharper, number 84 right there.
What a catch. And now the whole momentum has changed. You're up. Brophy's up 7-0 on the road. Now their defense is going out there to try to get it back.
I mean, you see that already. You cannot have those mistakes in a game with these close of opponents. Number 4, Brophy. Number 11, Perry. Mistake-free football is what you want to play right there. And the Pumas gave up an extra opportunity for Brophy to capitalize. I mean, and capitalize they did.
I mean, these are the differences between games, right? You're both undefeated. You're playing on your home field. You want to give your best get. You cannot turn it, give the ball back on 4th and down when they're punting it to you.
And it looks like Brophy will get set up in their signature bunch formation as they kick it off right here. And for Brophy, that's Ryder Hampton on the kickoff, as he's been all season long. As he kicks it off, and Perry will receive, take it out, past the 20, past the 30. Oh, just stopped right before the 30 right there. Good kickoff coverage from Brophy's special team right there. And as we've seen in the previous games, Brophy's special team has been very solid all year round, very on point, minimum penalties. So it's nice to see right there.
Definitely. In your opinion, when you're looking at your special teams, where do you want to hold them from and below?
I mean, as long as it's in between the 20 to the 30, I think that's good. That's good kickoff coverage right there. Anything past that, you're kind of putting your defense in a tough spot. As we see Brophy's defense come on for the first time. And that'll be incomplete right there from the quarterback, Cale Snyder. Cale Snyder and this Perry offense have been off to a great start. They average 33 points a game, 258 passing yards a game. So something to look out for sure.
They can definitely air it out. And Snyder himself has 10 passing touchdowns through 3 games. It's very impressive.
Yes, sir. That's one thing that we highlighted in the pregame a little bit. But the struggle between this wide receiving core of the Perry Pumas and the DBs of the Brophy Broncos is going to be fun to watch all night. As Snyder takes another step here. Out to his wide receiver. That's number 8 right there, and that's the main man, L.J. Walker. Talk to me about him.
Oh, L.J. Walker just caught it right there, and, he caught it right in there in the Brophy kind of huddle. Kind of saw him look at him and definitely had some words. It's going to be very cool to see what he can produce. I mean, he is their offense. Walker definitely carries most of the load, and he's going to look to have more receptions in a big game.
Yes, sir. I mean, if you look at the stats right now, he's having a Madden career, averaging over 140 yards a game right now. So he's going crazy. As Perry will decide to run it right here, it looks like that's their running back number 3. That's Taylor Frazier right there. Now Brophy, I mean not Brophy, Perry. They do have a lot of people that they like to run in that backfield. I mean you have 4 players with over 10 carries. So I mean you'll see a lot of mix up right now, but it looks like they're starting with Frazier in the backfield tonight.
Yeah, and it's super important to have that much diversity in your backfield.
2nd and 5 here, as the Pumas will take the snap. And you see Brophy's pressure getting out, but Snyder's able to avoid it right there, and it goes through the hands of his wide receiver. Now, that's one thing I do want to talk about. If there was one place that Brophy's team has been elite, it's their defensive line for sure. They've been producing all game. Got guys like, Bastian Vanderbosch. You have Hernandez. You have so many players. I mean, a lot of playmakers out there. So it's going to be something to highlight. And I definitely think they can get after this Perry team today, as it's a 3rd and 5 here for Perry early in the game. And it looks like we have a flag here. Let's see what the refs talk. And it looks like that'll be on Brophy right there, giving the Pumas a free first down. It looks like.
That's super unfortunate to see. I mean, like you said, their defensive line just put some major pressure on Snyder. To his credit, he was able to get away. I mean, and he had Walker pretty much wide open and was not able to make that throw. Now they're gifted the first down. You have to be more disciplined if you're the Broncos.
Well, we've talked about it. Mistake-free football is how you win a football game. And giving up it's a 3rd and short right there, 3rd and 5. You can get off the field, giving them an easy penalty right here. As Snyder will give it out to the running back right there in the flat, and he'll get a substantial gain. It looks like it's almost 20 yards right there back, and that's Frazier again, man. And if you're Brophy right there, you give up an easy first down. I mean, you have a flag that gives them a first down, and then right after you have that type of play. That's not what you want to see from your defense and how they respond.
Definitely not. And kudos to Frazier for really putting it on tonight.
Snyder takes the snap right here. Twirled around, and wow, it looks like number 11, Christian Vandenbosch, got to him first. Oh, excuse me, sorry, that's James Pike Jr., number 0 right there for Brophy. He's been flying around all year so far, has 11 total tackles on the season. So, I mean, he's one of the big main pieces for Brophy's defense out there.
Totally. I mean, like a coin, you can't spin forever, right? You eventually got to go down, and the Brophy D line is just putting some major pressure right there on Perry.
You've seen it already. I mean, a couple plays, Snyder's had to either escape or he's been taken down by that Brophy defensive line. As he'll take it again right here, hand it off to his running back, who will get great yards right there and will pick up a good amount, making it a 3rd and short again here
Now,
for the Pumas.
yeah, I mean, you're going to have to be very disciplined right now if you are the Brophy Broncos. I'm sure they know it's 3rd and short. This is huge. I mean, at most, you could give them the field goal, and I'd say you'd walk out of this pretty happy.
Yes, sir. We'll see a big 3rd down right here. Quinn Snyder lined up in the shotgun right here. His running back, Maddox Ford, takes the ball, and it looks like he'll be stuffed right there. A convoy of Brophy players right there in on the tackle right there, and that's a great stop for Brophy. Minimal yardage, it's 4th and 4 for Perry. And it looks like the offense may go for it right now.
Yeah, this is a very ballsy move by Perry, and this could change the dynamic of this match.
Well, we'll see right here. It looks like Snyder's coming off. They may settle for the field goal right here. I mean, we were seeing the kicker warm up in pregame. He has a leg for sure. So, this should be within the range right here. And it looks like that'll be James Dean for Perry, setting up here for the kick. And it'll be good for Perry right there as they put 3 up on the board. 5:07 left here in the 1st quarter as Brophy takes a 7-3 lead against the Puma Panthers. We'll be right back with you in just a second. All right, and we are back here for kickoff again, as it looks like the Brophy Broncos are ready to receive from Perry after a great stop from Brophy right there. Talk to me about that. You have your defense there, critical third down situation. They get the stop and they hold Perry to only 3 points.
No, that was super major for Brophy. I mean, they could have held him to 0, hypothetically, but they allowed them that penalty to move the chains forward. And with Perry having such good field position and only getting 3, that's a victory for the Broncos, and they're moving forward with this offensive possession.
I mean, well, one thing that you love to see right there, I mean, they had the penalty. They gave up a big play after that, but the defense responded well. They had the bend, don't break mentality right there. And, they hold Perry to 3 on their first drive. As it looks like Brophy will get started back up on offense. After the touchdown, it looks like Rylan Humphrey will get back in there. So here we go as he sets up in the shotgun, running back to his left. Wide receiver goes in motion, and it looks like he'll hand it off right there. Is that Chambers? Is that Estrada? We'll see right now. And that was Chambers right there. Quality run all the way up, making it a 2nd and 3rd and 3 yards for Brophy right there. I mean, you see it already. We talked about it. The Brophy offensive line is getting the push, creating holes for the running backs. And if this becomes a trend, I mean, you could see this creating great dividends in later in the game.
I completely agree. I mean, their running backs are a two-headed dragon, right? It's always going to be one of them, Chambers or Estrada, pushing forward on that defensive line.
Humphreys will take the snap, look to find his receiver, and almost intercepted right there by the Perry defense. That looks like that was number 6, Simba Mahoso, on the coverage right there. Great coverage on Devin Fitzgerald. We talked about it. They were looking to target him early, but they weren't able to connect right there.
Yeah, I mean, they definitely want to get Fitzgerald on a long one right there, and Mahoso stayed disciplined. They kind of had a double coverage team on him and making sure that he didn't have any breathing room right there on that play.
Well, 3rd and short, you know that what time it is. It's Case Vandenbosch time. He's here in the shotgun. Looks like that's Chambers to the right of him right there. I mean, I guessed the run last time it was a pass, so I think I'm done guessing right now. We'll just see how this one develops here. As he'll give the handoff off, and it looks like Brophy is stuffed in the backfield. Man, what a play that was. I couldn't see who that was on the tackle right there. But Perry, that looks like that was number 2 right there for Perry, Maddox Ford. He plays both ways, running back and linebacker right there. What a play for the Perry Pumas right there. After a disappointing start, only getting 3 up on the board, they come up with a crucial stop right there for their defense. And looks like Brophy will punt it away.
Yep, I mean, that was a great show from Perry's band of defense, and it really interests me, the ability of these high school athletes to be able to play 2 ways in a physical sport like football.
Well, that's becoming the trend now as you see people in college, just like Travis Hunter. I mean, he is obviously one of one, but he's making an impact on both sides of the ball, and so are many of these players. And one of those people making an impact on special teams right there is Max Wendell Schaefer. Good little return for Brophy right there. Getting it into enemy territory. Looks like they'll be starting on the 49 of Brophy.
Yeah, I mean, why have a steak knife when you could have a Swiss Army knife? You want to be able to play multiple positions, and that's going to give you more options to get on that field.
Yes, sir. I mean, and you see the impact of special teams right there. The field position game is going to be a big one. Brophy loves to play the field position game. They love to put, their offense in short fields. And then for defense, they want the opposing offense having a long way to go. But Perry starting off with great field position in enemy territory right here as they start off on their second offensive drive. Got Cale Snyder in the backfield right there as the wide receiver motions in. And he'll go to his wide receiver right there. That's L.J. Walker again. But Brophy is all over that right there. I mean, one thing that you'll see about this Brophy defense, they are swarming the tackles. You don't see a lot of solo tackles from them. It's a lot of team tackles. People run into the ball, making sure that if he breaks off of one person, there's others there to clean up right there. But, they're keeping number 8 right there, L.J. Walker, in check. As you know, he can be explosive for this Perry offense. They're going to look to him a lot this game. So, I mean, you'll be hearing his name a lot on the broadcast tonight.
Definitely.
Snyder in the shotgun. He'll take the snap right here. Looking. Timer's up. He decides to scramble, get out of there. And he makes another one miss, and then he is wrapped up, but not before getting the first down right there. Great pocket presence by Snyder right there. Looks like the pocket was collapsing on him. Was able to scramble out and create positive gain right there.
Definitely. I mean, he had his stampede of Broncos rushing at him, and he was able to grab that pigskin and keep it tight. I thought that was going to be a fumble.
Yeah, man. I mean, like we talked about it earlier, Brophy's defensive line, they love to create havoc right there. But if you're not able to get the tackle, man, it only creates so much havoc that you can do right there.
And Snyder's going to know that they're going to keep coming at him, right? That defensive line is going to keep on applying pressure on Snyder, so he's going to be able to have to move out.
Well, it looks like we have a new quarterback in the game. That's Greco right there, but he'll hand it off to Maddox Ford. You won't see a lot of him tonight, but, I mean, he does come in here and there as Snyder runs back out on the field right there, switching it up, giving Brophy different looks throughout the night.
Do you think he might have needed a little breather after getting popped right there from the
I mean,
Broncos?
if I want to know, I mean, I've never taken a tackle in my life, but if you take one or two, I mean, that's got to hurt. It's got to hurt. As Brophy will defend right now. Perry, 2nd and 7 on the 34. Snyder lines up right behind the center right there. And he'll hand it off to the running back for a gain of about 2, it looks like. Looks like that was Ford again on the handoff right there.
Yeah, the Broncos definitely played very good defense right there and kept the Pumas in check and didn't allow them to go very far.
Well, we're back to it again. It's a 3rd and short for Perry. They were able to convert one of them by drawing a flag on Brophy. Obviously, they got stopped right there at the end of the drive, only giving them a field goal. So we'll see right here, 1 for 2 so far, if they can convert. Snyder will take the snap right here. Fake the handoff. Play action. Looks like he's trying to scramble out. Has no options. Oh, almost makes a play to his wide receiver. I thought he was throwing it out, but he had a wide receiver almost making the effort right there. Looks like that was number 1, Wendell Schaefer again, but he wasn't able to corral it. And then, I mean, if you're Perry right here, you're within field goal range. You're kind of on the edge. It's a 4th and short. Do you go for it right here?
You know, you just got to take a deep look at your captain, and if you feel very confident that you have enough momentum, go for it, right? That's a little bit disappointing because that was, Snyder made something out of nothing just to get dropped. Not dropped, but it was in the vicinity of the receiver, and he could definitely made a play.
Well, it looks like they're going for it here on 4th down. Snyder lines up in the shotgun. That's number 3, Taylor Frazier, lined up next to him. And that's who they'll give the ball to right there. But that's Brophy defensive line coming in. That was number 55, Hernandez, on the start right there. And then they rallied up. But what a play by this Brophy defense. And you can see the Brophy sideline is hyped up right now.
Oh, the cowbells are ringing, and it is getting crazy here at the Perry football field.
That's one thing we talked about, man, this Brophy D-line. We highlighted it earlier in the game. Probably the best part of this Brophy team is their D-line, and they showed it right there on the 4th down stop.
What better way to get it to 4th down than pummeling your opponent on your sideline, right?
Well, I mean, Perry, they had great field position. They started at the Brophy 49, but they were only able to get 17 yards on that whole drive. And now Brophy's offense will take over at the 32. Great field position for them as Rylan Humphreys sets up in the backfield. Got Estrada with him right there. Looks like they're trying to go hurry up, but we'll see what they call. Timeout, Brophy, it is right there. I mean, but let's go back to that now.
Yeah.
7-3. Perry gets the ball inside of Brophy's territory. Looks like they have some momentum. Obviously, Snyder was able to get away from the defensive line a couple of times. But talk about how big of a momentum shift that is right there. Perry would have been able to cut into that lead maybe if they got the field goal. If they get the 4th down right there, they're able to go for a touchdown. But now Brophy has a chance to get the ball back here and go down and score, making it a 2-score game. Talk to me about that right there. I mean, got a minute here left in the first quarter. How much could that impact now going into the second quarter?
I mean, it could be super impactful, right? I mean, I think Brophy is playing their best when it comes to those super impactful possessions, right? The possessions that are, when you look back in film, they needed to be there the most. And I think Perry's kind of cowering into the light when they need to capitalize on those moments. You're in your territory, right? And that's your best position to get points on the board. Brophy doing a great job at keeping them at bay.
You said it best, my friend. I mean, big players make big plays in big games, and this is obviously a big game right here. As Brophy's offense will get set up again. Oh, fumble by Brophy. It looks like they Oh, wow. And Perry will hop back on it. A critical mistake right there. I mean, Brophy's defense gets a stop. Looks like Brophy has all the momentum on their side, and they fumble the snap right there. That's a tough break for the Broncos.
It just seems like, a slip of mind, right? There's a little bit of a miscommunication between the snap, or between the center and the quarterback going for the handoff, and it leads to a tragic mistake from Broncos.
Well, I mean, I gotta point it out. It's hard to hear, but I mean, it looks like the offense is better with Vanden Bosch in there right now than Humphries. Just seems like it's a little. They're not on the same page when Humphries is in there. It's not organized. And you see it leads to a fumble right here as number 12 Snyder for the Perry Pumas picks up the first down, is able to scramble out right there. Another momentum shift in this game already early in this first quarter. Man, man, oh man.
Oh, you couldn't have said it better. Perry loves to play this way, by the way, just putting their head down, blue collar, hard nosed football. Frazier, what a run right there! Just really putting his shoulder into the guy.
Yes, sir. Snyder will take the snap right here. He'll find his wide receiver, who will make a man miss and will gain close to the first down. Not sure if it's quite the first down, but that was number 9 right there, Peyton Greco. You saw him in IQB. Now he's playing wide receiver. He's doing it all for the Perry Pumas right there. But it'll create a second and short right here. Second, and it looks like 3 yards here as the clock ticks down. Under 10 seconds right here in the first quarter. We'll see if Perry snaps it or they'll just let the clock wind down. And it looks like they'll just let the clock run down right here, as that will be the end of the first quarter, as the Brophy Broncos will take a 7-3 lead here going into the second quarter.
Wow, man. What a change of pace we've already seen just in that first quarter. We've seen a lot of good from Brophy, and now on the end of the quarter, we've seen a lot of good from Perry. Frazier, Snyder has been fantastic, and Frazier as well on that huge push down the pipe. They're looking like they are going to be able to score here at the top of the second and really, put the Broncos their back against the wall.
Well, I mean, we've seen this in previous weeks before. Brophy's defense has been put in tough situations where the opponent has a short field. But, I mean, in the past, they've been able to stay strong, have that bend, don't break mentality, and force no points so far. But we'll see how Brophy's defense responds to that turnover right there by the Brophy offense. Let's see if they can hold up right here. I mean, they do still have the lead 7-3, so it's going to be interesting to see how the start of this second quarter starts.
Most definitely. I have a question for you, right? If you're Brophy, we've kind of seen what this 2-quarterback scheme has been producing. Do you just lock in a choice? Who are you going to go with this game and build some momentum instead of keep on switching back and forth?
Well, I think eventually you're going to have to choose a quarterback because it's not only tricky for the quarterback, but it's tricky for the whole offense when you're switching 2 people out, 2 different personnels. I mean, they've been able to handle it pretty solidly in this first half up until that turnover. So we'll see. But I think eventually you're going to have to choose one guy and just roll with him.
Yeah, no, definitely. I think that is going to be their best move moving forward if they want to build momentum.
Yes, sir.
Seems like they're in need for it now.
And it looks like Perry will start here, taking a shot on the first play of the second quarter and just missing out right there. I mean, wow. You see him right there. Perry wants to get the ball in the air, wants to get it to their playmakers, not able to connect right there with their wide receiver. But you should see a lot more through the air in the second quarter so far.
Yeah, they went for a deep shot there, and Walker has been getting a lot of good receptions. He has a few now, and he's going to be really looking forward to get a big play soon.
Yes, sir. Perry will line up again right here. Snyder has 2 wide receivers to his right, 1 on his left. That looks like that's Walker by himself. But they'll choose to hand it off right here to their running back. And man, oh man, there's that Brophy D-line again. Couple heads in there right there. Looks like that was Finch Thomas in there. Also number 25 for Brophy, that is Dominic Woods. He's the leader of tackles on Brophy right now. He has over 20 tackles, I think it is, on the season. Let's see here. 23 tackles on the season. So, I mean, he's been putting in that work. He shows it again right there.
Yeah, a true menace on the defensive side, and it was on full display.
And we see it right here. 4th and 2 again. Looks like Perry will stay on the field trying to get another 4th down conversion. Let's see if they do it here. Snyder will take the ball, look for his wide receiver, pumps once, escapes out, makes a move, and gets all the way into the end zone for a Perry touchdown. What a play by the quarterback, Kale Snyder, right there. And that will put the Pumas up 9-7 so far. What a play right here. Had nothing from his wide receivers. All of them were covered right there. Scrambles out to his left and is able to make the most out of it.
Kale Snyder, let me get out of the pocket and kiss myself. What a run there, man. I mean, he's been getting pressured all first quarter and at this top of the second. He's done a phenomenal job of getting out there and putting yards on the field.
Well, it's a game, man. I mean, Brophy, you see what happens when you make mistake football right there. Turnovers lead to points for the Pumas right there, as they will set up to take this extra point right here. They were in a little bit of a weird formation to start out with, but looks like the kicker's ready to go. That's James Dean again right there, as he'll take the snap, and he'll kick it perfect right there through the uprights. So with 11 minutes left in the second quarter, Perry will take the lead for the first time in the game, 10-7 right there. Talk to me about that. You see they're able to get points off a turnover right there. What do you have to see now from this Brophy offense? I mean, they just made a mistake. They had to pay the price right there. Their defense wasn't able to bail them out like they usually do. It's 10-7 now. You're down. What are you expecting to see from this Brophy offense?
You know, I'm expecting to see a whole different side of football than they've been producing, right? We've talked about how they were capitalizing. Now I think they're playing a little bit of lowercase football. And Perry has been phenomenal on this side. And I think they're going to have to dominate more in the run game. It seems like they've been stopped. Perry's been staying very disciplined, and their D-line is working like a Bronco, like a workhorse, really keeping them in their place. The Broncos are going to have to shape up and really change their dynamic.
As we see Perry ready to kick it off here. Broncos in that two-returner lineup set up right there. Obviously, Ryder Noche back there for the return. Also have Donovan McNabb Jr. also out there. So both of those, you got two dynamic players. Let's see if they can make a play here on special teams or will. No, man, the kicker right here, he's showing his leg. They've had no return so far. That's been a big part of Brophy's special team with the field position. They do like to have a lot of big returns, but, I mean, the Pumas are giving them no chance today.
Yeah, I think when you kick it into the end zone, you really don't give your opponent a chance to go out and get some yards. You tell them where they're going to go, where they're going to start off.
Yes, sir. So it looks like we see the switch at QB again. Number 15, Case Van Den Boschen back in the game right here. Let's see how he can command this offense. As you know, earlier in the game, he had a huge touchdown throw of over 30 yards to his wide receiver, Dalen Sharper. Let's see if they can get back on the right page here for the Brophy offense. One thing you got to always be wary of, we know we've seen the arm tonight, but you always got to watch his legs, man. He's one of the biggest running threats. He had a run of over 60 yards last week for a touchdown, so let's see if he can make some magic again here. As he decides to keep the ball here for the Brophy offense, spinning off of tackles, not going down for the first time. Oh, and did he lose it? Did he lose the ball? We'll see here. We have Puma players. Wow, another turnover, back-to-back fumbles for this Brophy offense. Just something that you cannot have here. Putting your defense in another tough position. And it looks like the Pumas will take over inside of Brophy's territory, inside the own 30, man.
Things are getting very dicey for Brophy. And wow, did you just hear the eruption from the Perry field as they saw their guys go get the football? Brophy's either going to have to answer the call now or hang up their undefeated record.
Well, wow, I mean, mistakes by both quarterbacks here. That's something that you don't usually see within the game. But the Pumas will set up here. Snyder waiting for the call. But another huge momentum shift in this game. 10:53 on the clock. 1st and 10 here for Pumas. As they'll hand it off to their running back right there. That looks like that was Frazier right there, but we'll take another look at it. Nope. That was Maddox. No, that was Taylor Frazier right there. Good call by me. Good call by me. Got to trust the gut right there.
I mean, from our little perch up here, you got eyes like an eagle.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I should get some binoculars or something like that, if we're being honest. But the Perry Pumas will take another snap right here. Good protection from them, but even better defense on the backside for Brophy right there. I mean, every receiver they had a defender on them. They were sticking to each other like some sticky glue right there. So, great job by Brophy's defense, putting Perry in another 3rd and long situation right here holding up strong for Brophy.
I mean, there's not really many ways to respond better than that after getting a fumble in your own territory. And if they can continue this, they walk out of this very risky situation with little damage.
And here go the Pumas setting up on a big third down. Here's Snyder in the shotgun. You see LJ Walker out there. You might want to highlight him. He could make a play right here. As the Brophy defensive line looks like they're collapsing. Snyder able to get out, create some time. It looks like, oh, incomplete by the wide receiver right there. He had a wide receiver open. Looks like it didn't matter, though. There was a flag on the play, so we'll see what the refs have to say for this right here. But it did look like that was on that offensive line. We will see, though.
Despite the laundry being tossed there on the field, Snyder, time and time again, I mean, we've highlighted how good the Brophy's defensive line is. And to see what Snyder is able to do, snap in and snap out, getting out of that pocket, you have to tip your cap.
I mean, he's kind of looking like Tom Brady with his pocket navigation so far. I mean, I was looking at clips of Tom Brady earlier. I mean, he's looking just like him out there. I mean, you can't ask for more from this Brophy defensive line. They're creating chaos, creating havoc out there, just not able to truly get there to him yet. Only one sack on the night so far when it looked like it could have been 2 or 3. But it looks like that penalty will be on the Perry Pumas. Brophy will decline it, leaving it in a 4th and 10 right here, and a big kick coming for these Perry Pumas as they'll look to set it up right here. Looks like about a 45-yarder, but we'll see if Perry can convert right here. We'll see what the ref says right here. Oh, wow, delay of game.
Oh, my.
Putting Pumas even further back, making it even a harder field goal right now for them. I mean, as you've seen earlier, their kicker, James Dean, he does have a leg, but we'll see. You're putting him in a tricky spot now. Looks like about a 49-yard field goal now. So we'll see here. Brophy's crowd has the cowbells going as Perry has the kick. And he drills it. Wow. That's a pro kick right there. I mean, 49 yards. You can't ask more for your defense right there, but what a play by the kicker.
Yeah, I mean, if you're Perry, you're throwing up the name of the Holy Spirit because they almost screwed over their kicker right there, pushing him back. Luckily, he's the first legal human to ever have metal on his feet, and he's able to boot it there for 13-7. Wow.
Looking like vintage Justin Tucker right there. I mean, wow. Wow. Well, I mean, if you're Brophy, you got to be happy with that result right there. You know, giving up the ball inside your own territory. Inside it looked like their own 30. And you're able to get a stop out of it now, only giving up 3 points. Still a one-possession game here. 13-7, Perry Pumas lead with 10 minutes left in the game as Brophy is ready to return the kickoff again. Let's see if they actually can return it this time, as they haven't been able to do so in the past.
I love your player comparisons. If you had to give yourself one, what would it be?
You know, me, if I ever imagined myself to be on the football field, I think I'd be a linebacker. You know, throwing it back here, I think I would lay the boom just like Ray Lewis. You know what I'm saying right there? Put that shoulder down, give it through him. You know what I'm saying? I'm a 6'1", 230. You know, I lift some weights, so.
Give him a contract.
We'll see out there, but you know, let's get more serious now because Brophy has to get it together. 2 turnovers on 2 drives back to back right here. Ryland Humphrey will get the go. Let's see if he can make up for that lost fumble that he had last time right here. Brophy needs to get going right here, needs to get back in their own groove, and it may start with getting these wide receivers involved right here. Humphreys will take the snap right here, fake it to the running back, get it out to his wide receiver, and they'll get a nice gain right there for a couple. Couldn't see who that wide receiver was. Oh, that looks like that was number 13 right there. That's CC right there, Christian Camarada, making a play right there. And that's what you like to see from Brophy right there, staying ahead of the chains, trying to play mistake-free football. And now you're in a 2nd and short right there. You kind of have the whole playbook wide open right here.
Definitely. I mean, that's the name of the game, right? Mistake-free football. I think he preached it very well, and that's what they need to do, and that's what they haven't been doing.
I think this is going to be a big drive to see what Ryland Humphrey is made of right here as he hands it off to his running back. It looks like that's Number 5 Estrada right there with another quality gain as Brophy picks up a great first down right there. But as we're saying, he hasn't had the best of starts today. Had a rough start last week. Got pulled. This drive to me is going to show a lot to see what he's made up of right here.
Yeah, definitely. It's going to be a big testament to his character and his game. You know, there's been a lot of switch up tonight, not a lot of room for rhythm. This is his opportunity to get going.
Humphrey will get it out to his wide receiver in the flat right there as he gains a couple right there. That looked like that was number 85, Donovan McNabb Jr. right there. Another nice gain. It'll be 2nd and 7 right here. As long as you're staying above the sticks, I think you're all right if you're Brophy. But if it's me, man, I do want to get my wide receivers more involved, especially number 1, Devin Fitzgerald. I mean, we saw what he could do earlier in the season, having a big game at Williams Field, having another big game against Regis Jesuit. I think he needs to get the ball in his hands, show what he can do right here. But it looks like Brophy will stick on the ground right there, not getting a gain of too much, maybe 1 or 2. Looks like they'll get a gain of 1 right there. It's 3rd and 6 here. It's been tough for this Brophy offense so far, but, I mean, you got a 3rd down. You got to convert right here to give your defense a little time to catch their breath and settle down right here and allow your offense to keep it rolling.
To your point, I think they really need to get Devin Fitzgerald going, and there's no reason why he hasn't gotten more looks at this point in the game. I feel like they keep trying to pull Perry's card. Like, how long can their D-line keep playing like this?
Yeah. Humphries will take the snap right here, look to his wide receiver, pump once, try to escape out, decides to throw it to his wide receiver right there. And there's a flag down there. Tough coverage by Perry, but ultimately it looks like that'll be a pass interference. You saw the wide receiver, it looked like that was Sharper right there, try to break back to the ball, and the cornerback just had a handful of jersey right there.
And right there, when the zebra dropped the laundry, I mean, he really had his best. He, like you said, tried to break away from that grab, and he almost did despite all that contact. But they're going to get that first down, and they're going to move the chains up.
Great play right there by the wide receiver, trying to break back to the ball, not giving the cornerback a chance to make the play on the ball, and ultimately draws that penalty from the Perry defense. And if you're the Perry defense right there, that's got to be a backbreaker right there. I mean, 3rd and long, you had him where you wanted him, and just a penalty keeps the drive going here for Brophy. As Ryland Humphrey sets up in the shotgun again. Looks like he'll fake it off. Look downfield, but he'll obviously settle down right here. Gain of a couple to, looks like number 13, CC again, Christian Camerata. He was looking for the deep shot right there to his wide receiver. Wasn't open, so, you know, wisely dumped it off to his wide receiver in the flat. Got a couple yards. Like we said, staying ahead of the chains right here for a short gain.
You know, I bet the viewers are very entertained to hear CC's name keep getting called, and he's been a real helper, almost a savior to this team. We haven't seen a lot of Fitzgerald. Not really his fault. He hasn't got that many looks, but Camerata has been there when his name has been called. He's been playing good.
I mean, besides the big catch by Dalen Sharper for the touchdown, I mean, CC has been the most active wide receiver so far for the Broncos tonight. As we have the wide receiver go into motion right here, Humphries will get the ball, give it off to the running back, Estrada again right there. And he had space but was taken down by his ankle right there, by the Perry defense. I mean, if he's able to break that tackle right there, there's a whole lot of green grass in front of him.
Yeah, then the grass is always green on the other side. It seemed like Perry was that last reach of life, clenching at his ankle, and they were able to bring him down.
Great play right there by the Perry defense, holding them to a 3rd and short again right now. Another 3rd down. Let's see if Brophy can capitalize. They're in about on the 41 right now as Humphries looks to the sideline for the play call. Looks like they'll switch it up based on the formation right here. Humphries will take the snap right here, give it to his running back, and it looks like he may be just a yard short, but we'll see. Oh, wow.
Oh, my gosh.
A late flag right here. I don't know if that was on Perry. It may have been on Perry. We'll see right here for what the officials call.
This will be a huge decision for the determining of this match.
Well, they're having a lengthy conversation right now. We'll see what it is.
I mean, 13-7. Perry's up 6. You're Brophy. You need this aid.
Wow. Another penalty for Perry on a crucial 3rd down. I mean, that's just no discipline right there. You had them stopped. It looked like they were short of the game, And it looked like something after the play is what caused all that right there.
Yeah, are they playing hot potato with the momentum? It seems like Brophy's making a lot of good decisions. Perry's punishing him for Brophy's mistakes, and now Brophy is on one.
And Brophy goes hurry up right here as Humphreys will look downfield right there, gets it to his wide receiver. Looks like that's Dalen Sharper right there for another gain of about 8 right there, it looks like.
Yeah,
That's one thing that you'll see from Brophy a lot. They do like to go hurry up a lot just to catch the defense off guard right there, and it worked out well for them right there, 2nd and 2.
Yeah, I think that's a really good term, hurry up. And they snapped it quick, and really good poise there from Humphreys to get it to his wide receiver.
I mean, you see it already. They're set up right now already. It looks like Perry was a little bit on their back foot right there. Sometimes they'll set it up early, see what Perry's defense is, and then they'll maybe change the call based on that. But it looks like it's a wide receiver screen. Oh, my gosh. Almost a near disaster, but they will call it incomplete right there. I thought that was a fumble for a second, but they'll call it incomplete. Wow.
I saw the ball pop out, and I'm like, oh, my gosh.
Wow. I mean, that's one thing you don't want to see right there if you're Brophy's offensive line, man, or offensive coordinator in that fact. I mean, you do all this hard work in 3rd and 2, and you almost fumbled the ball right there. But, now they're back at it. Number 15, Big Case Vandenbosch, is back in the game. 3rd and 2, a crucial 3rd down. Another crucial 3rd down on this Brophy drive. We'll see what they can do. And it looks like Vandenbosch will just hold the ball, get that big frame down the line, and get the 1st down for Brophy. I mean, when you have a 6'2 quarterback who's almost 200 pounds right there, I mean, it's pretty much a no-brainer, those short yardage situations.
Oh, definitely. I think this drive has been a perfect execution of what this 2-quarterback scheme can produce. We saw it a little bit shaky in the 1st quarter. This has been perfection.
Yes, sir, and it looks like since we're in the red zone right here, we'll keep it with Case right here. He'll stick in the game. Looks like that's number 9, Ryder Noche in the back right there. Can't tell for sure. No, sorry, that's number 5. That's Estrada right there. Vandenbosch will get the snap, roll out to his right, look for something, and he'll fumble it again, gets it back, is able to make a play, breaks away. Can he drag a defender? Oh my goodness, we almost saw the greatest turnaround I think I've ever seen in one play right there.
If you don't like that, you don't like AIA football.
Oh my goodness. Brophy has to make sure to keep 2 hands on this football because it's popping out. I mean, almost a critical mistake right there. He's able to get his hands back on the ball. And it's a good situation. They got a gain of 2 right there. But, man, if I'm Brophy's offensive coordinator, I'm having a bunch of mini heart attacks on the sideline right now. Humphrey back in the game right here. He'll take the snap from shotgun. Fake it to – oh, no, he'll hand it off right there to Estrada. Looks like they'll be in a 3rd and 7, 3rd and 8 right here. Well, I mean, this is the play right here. 3rd down. Looks like Case, they're switching off quarterbacks every other play at this moment right here. Case Vandenbosch back in the game. 3rd and 7 right here. 4 minutes left in the 2nd quarter. A big play coming up for Brophy right here to potentially go ahead into this game right here and take the lead. So Vandenbosch will set up in the shotgun. He'll fake the handoff right here. Look to his wide receiver. Nothing open, waiting to make a play, trying to make a play, scrambles, tries to make a play, and is he in? Is he in? Waiting for the signal. It's close. Vandenbosch waiting for a signal. It looks like it's just short at about the 1. But what a play by Vandenbosch. And if I'm Brophy right here, I'm going for it. You got the 6'2 quarterback right here. Got the big offensive line. I mean, you want to go ahead and take this lead right here. This is the time to do it. But what a play by Vandenbosch.
Skirt. Vandenbosch weaving his way past the defense, and he was almost this close, able to get that touchdown.
Well, I mean, that's what you get out of these quarterbacks. Both of them can do it with their arm, can do it with their leg, but also you see it right there. The script was to look for that first read to the wide receiver or tight end motioning into the flat right there. That was covered up well by the defense, and when it looked like they had nothing else, Case Vandenbosch makes a play with his legs right there and picks up about 7 right there, making it a very interesting 4th and 1. And it looks like Brophy will take their last time out of the half. Interesting right here, though. It's a big play right here. 4th and 1 right here. I mean, what would you do? If it's me, I'm giving it to Case Vandenbosch and say, go and make another play with your legs right there.
I think I'm agreeing with you here because, wow, There's no way that you let all that momentum sizzle out with a field goal. I think this is the opportunity to get ahead, and we're going to see what they decide to do.
Well, it looks like they hurt you because it looks like the offense will remain out there on fourth down. Case Van den Boschen, the big 6'2" quarterback right there. He'll set up right here. I mean, if I'm Brophy right here, I'm giving it to my quarterback. Go be a man and go power your way into this end zone.
Yeah, I mean, not many quarterbacks have size, not many quarterbacks have legs. He's one that has it both. And we'll see if he can make 2 and 2 equal 4.
So here we go right here. The Brophy offense will get out of the huddle. Van den Boschen will sneak up to the line. And there's a flag. There's a flag. We'll see what happens beforehand. It didn't look like Van den Boschen got in, but we'll see what the flag is about.
It's so interesting to see. They're mischievous almost of that hurry-up style of football, and I was almost caught off guard. He ran up from shotgun into the close-up and tried to get the jump.
Well, is that penalty on Brophy or will that be on? It looks like it's on Brophy right now. We'll see what they call, but it looks like Brophy. It looks like it is on Brophy. Still an interesting decision to see if they go for it or if they do kick the field goal. As we talked about, they haven't kicked the field goal yet, so we'll see if we'll see a kick here for the first time.
Yeah, would the call have been offsides?
It may have just been a false start, maybe.
False
Because, the quick hurry up, maybe they weren't all set up on the line. But we'll see the kicker come out now for the Broncos. As we talked about, he hasn't had a kick yet this whole season besides a PAT. But Ryder Hampton, let's see what you could do here. Gets a snap, gets the kick. It is good. And Brophy will cut into that lead now, cutting it down into only a 3-point lead for the Perry Pumas as they lead 13-10 with 3:17 left. What a first half it's been so far. Talk about that drive. I think that was a get-right drive for Brophy right there. It didn't come out with the touchdown like they wanted, but it was a long, sustained drive. They were able to pick up multiple third and longs, third downs, whether that was through penalties, whether that was through picking it up right there. But, I mean, that's what you want to see out of this offense, and that's what it has to look like going into the second half.
I couldn't agree more. I think there was a lot of determination and poise displayed on that drive. We saw both Humphreys and VB get in there and do their job. It almost proves that you can have 2 girlfriends at once.
Yes, sir. Now let's see. We got about 3 minutes here left. Perry will have an opportunity to go down and score before the half. But we'll see right here as Brophy looks to kick it off again.
I think it's going to be very interesting to see if Perry has a sustained drive. If they get stopped, then Brophy has a long way to go. They have no timeouts. They took their last one to try to get that one to go, and it resulted in a field goal.
Well, we'll see here. The ball is kicked off here. That looks like that's to number 3, Taylor Frazier right there as he'll receive it. Looking for a hole, trying to break it up outside, but great coverage by Brophy. Oh, wow. It looks like he was able to break a tackle, but they were still able to stop him. He'll be down inside the 25, about the 23 right there. This is a big, big drive for Perry's offense and an even bigger drive for Brophy's defense right now. Let's see if they can, recover from the onslaught of, they've had a lot of activity this first half, it feels like. Feels like they've been on the field for a majority of the first half, if we're being honest, with those turnovers by the Brophy offense. So let's see what they still have in the gas tank right here and if they can finish up the first half on a great note.
Yeah, and they really had Brophy on their heels for that part of the first quarter and the most of the second. Brophy was able to calm down and get their game back to where it's supposed to be.
So Cale Snyder will take the snap now, looked for his wide receivers, has decent protection, waiting in the pocket, and now the protection breaks down, and he's forced to throw it out of bounds right there. I mean, like I've said all night, great job by this Brophy secondary. He had all the time in the world to go and find a wide receiver right there, but no one was open, so he just had to throw it away.
It's really interesting because we haven't seen a lot of LJ Walker. We haven't seen a lot of Fitzgerald. It seems like both of these teams' star wide receivers haven't been able to make an impact, and maybe that's because DB Cree has been on him for the majority of this game.
Well, you also have to give it up to the scheme from the defensive coordinator. That may have been one of the emphases for them, not to let these star wide receivers get going for the night. Snyder will take the shotgun snap, look for his wide receiver right there, and Oh, a near pick right there for Ryder Noche, but a great first down right there. That looks like that was number 17, Hayden Moon, with the reception right there. For a second there, I thought Ryder Noche had jumped the ball right there and gotten the pick, but man, great job by the wide receiver right there, boxing him out and getting the reception.
Yeah, wow, the football was barely able to thread the needle there, and yeah, great box out. Really had his body planted, and he was able to get the grab.
So it'll be 1st and 10 here for Perry right now. 2:50 on the clock, it looks like, as they'll take the ball just at the 44. So they're threatening to get into Brophy's field right here. Oh, and it looks like Brophy will take their last timeout before the half. That's their last one right there. They'll have no more. So even if they get a stop right here, it may be tough for their offense just because they have no timeouts.
Yeah, and I think they're really doing this to, if they do get this stop, they have some time left. Then you have to run your 2-minute drills and really push it up the field. You got to get the stop first. This is going to be a big possession right here, moving up after the timeout.
Well, if you're Brophy coach Jason Jewell right here, I mean, that's not the start you want for your defense. Giving up a big, that looked like a almost 20 yards right there to Perry right there. Obviously, Ryder Noche could have made a play on the ball, but still, man, Perry, they have, looks like 2 timeouts here, 2:46. So, I mean, they have all the time in the world right now. It looks like they're set up right now to go score before half. But I know Brophy's defense will have something to say about that.
Yeah.
So here comes the Perry Pumas again. Snyder getting his offense set up right here. You see 2 wide receivers out to looks like his right. LJ Walker will be one of them. That'll also be number 17, Hayden Moon, the other one right there. As they will hand it off, and that's big. Number 99 for Brophy. John McDade right there. What a play. Able to break through this offensive line of the Pumas and get a tackle for loss right there in the backfield. Great job. 2nd and 15 here for the Pumas as they go into the hurry up now. Brophy's defense looks like they have to get set right here. It didn't look like they were expecting the hurry up. But now Perry will take their time here. Wait for the play call. Make sure they got everything right. As Snyder lines up, he'll take the snap, look for his wide receiver, and that'll be completed right there to his wide receiver at about the 48.
Yeah, really nice give and go right there. I mean, he was able to put a nice ball in, get a nice reception from his wide receiver.
Well, I mean, it didn't even look like Brophy's defense was set up there. It looks like the wide receiver kind of had a free release off the line, just found the soft spot in the zone, was able to settle down and get the catch right there. So great job, but that'll bring up a big 3rd and 7 right here for Perry. 1:40 left in the game. Snyder in the shotgun, takes the snap, looking for his wide receiver. And here comes the pressure from the Brophy defense. Looking, trying to make a play and throws it out of bounds. Great job. And that'll stop the clock as well for Brophy. Big deal right there. But what a play by the D-line.
And once again, that D-line being the reason that their offense gets the ball back. And, yeah, Brophy's going to get a shot.
Yeah, it looked like that was number 90, Caden McKenzie, with the pressure right there to start it off before the rest of the Brophy D-line comes in. But if you're Brophy, that's what you want to see from your defense. Great response after that big first down play on the drive. So it looks like they'll have 2 people to return it right there. Looks like it's Noche, and also that could be Cree Thomas, the punt returner right there. Cree, great job punt returning. I mean, he averages about 20 yards on punt returns, or 13 yards, I'm sorry about that. And it's become a little windy here. Want to make sure that you keep hold tight of that ball, and that's exactly what Brophy does right here. So 13-10, 124 left here as the Brophy offense will take the ball right here. Try to score before half. I mean, if they're able to play that mistake-free football like we talked about, look downfield, they're going to need some chunk plays here, but they could end up being in field goal range to, potentially tie it up going into halftime right here. I mean, it's been a great first half so far. It's been a dogfight for both teams. Mistakes on both sides of the ball, offense and defense here. But if you're Brophy right here, after all those mistakes, this is what you want to see from your offense, having a chance to go into the locker room tied up.
Yes, definitely. And we see a lot of emotion right here in the huddle for Brophy. The coach's lungs are getting exerted, and the players are really hearing it. I think they're really trying to hammer in on this, that this is big. Scoring before the half is big, and being able to tie this one or even get ahead.
A great start right there to the drive by Brophy. That's Humphreys, and that looks like he'll get it to Nathan Benzie, the wide receiver right there. And he's able to get out of bounds, so that'll stop the clock right there. That's probably the biggest thing. They're fight against the clock right now. They have no timeouts, so to get the catch and get out of bounds is a big thing. As they'll fake the handoff right here. Oh no, they won't, and they'll be stuck in the backfield right there. Tough play call right there. Great job by the Perry defense rallying to the ball, not falling for any gimmicky plays. That's a read option right there. So you got to read what the quarterback does. They stay stout. They stay disciplined. And it looks like Perry will call a timeout right here. Maybe potentially even trying to get the ball back right here.
Yeah.
It's a 3rd and 6. Big play right here. I mean, what are you looking for right here? Who are you looking to target?
Right here, if I'm Brophy, you got a little bit of a ways to go. It's not 3rd and short, so nothing's really given. And then I think they're going to go through the air. And I don't know who's going to be able to.
There's been a lot of people. CC Christian Camerata has been active. Dalen Sharper had the big play. Obviously, Devin Fitzgerald, what he brings to the game. So they got options right here. They just got to put it together.
Yeah, and Camerata, like you said, has been a big piece. He'll be an option. But whatever they're going to do, they got to make sure they do it good and do not give any room for an interception.
So Brophy will set up here. Has 3 wide receivers to his left, 1 to his right. Looks like they're passing it here, right here, as Humphries sets up in the shotgun. Oh, and that is a false start for sure. Looks like they had 2 people moving at the same time for Brophy. That'll back them up 5 more yards right here, creating an even longer 3rd and 10.
That's a little bit disappointing, 3rd and 10. This is huge. I mean, you punted, what did they get, 30? They got time.
Well, they still have a timeout, about a minute left in the game, so this is a huge play right here before the end of the half. Brophy has to come up with their best play call right here for sure. So Humphries will set up in the backfield again. Looks like he has Camerata to the side of him. 3 wide receivers to his left, 1 to his right. As he checks the play call, making sure everything is right here. They'll set up in the backfield. Take the snap right here. And it looks like it'll be a little running back screen. Green grass for Brophy right there, and they'll pick up the first down easily. Great play call by the offensive coordinator right there for Brophy. Looks like the Perry Pumas defense was definitely expecting to drop back pass to one of the wide receivers. They're able to catch him off guard right here. And they're able to catch the defense off guard as they go hurry up right here. Humphries will take the snap, look out, and pass it to Camerata. Sorry right there. That's Estrada right there. And he'll be able to get a first down and pick up the first down and get out of bounds. Great job by the Brophy offense. Going tempo right there. Keeping Perry off balance and getting the easy first down and stopping the clock.
Truly sensational right there from Humphries. I mean, I love to see them go to their passing QB, more of a passing QB right there, 3rd and 10, and then another hurry-up play to get the first down.
And would you look at it now, they're at the 50. So after a big 3rd down, they're able to go hurry up right here. 46 seconds left. The time is stopped since Estrada was able to get out of bounds, but they are threatening right now to get into Perry territory. He'll pump, he'll throw it, and that's Dalen Sharper right there. A great reception right there in traffic as Brophy's offense will hurry up right here. Playing tempo right now, and it looks like they'll just spike the ball here. Wow, another great throw by Humphries. So after a slow start by him, had the fumble. They had a couple turnovers. Brophy's offense is rolling right now. Looks like they've gotten in a groove, gotten some good tempo right here. They got Perry on the back foot.
Yeah, I mean, they had their backs against the walls, right? 3rd and 10, very close on their own territory. And now they're at the 30 with almost a guaranteed field goal opportunity.
So Humphries right here will set up in the shotgun again. 3 wide receivers to his left, 1 to his right. As he'll take the snap here, look downfield, has a rusher in his face, is able to scramble, get out. He's looking downfield, trying to make a play. And will he use it with his leg? No, he'll pass it. And that's to Estrada right there, and it looks like that's a first down. Humphries gets up, and it looks like he's hobbling here, hurting. What a play by him just to get a couple yards right there for Brophy.
That showed some real determination to keep going. He clearly is hurt.
And it looks like they'll let the clock run down for one final play to clock it right here, as Brophy will clock it in about right now. So they got 6 seconds up on the clock. Looks like they're coming out for their kicker right here. As we mentioned in the earlier broadcast, made his first one. So Ryder Hampton will have a chance to tie this game up going into the half right here.
I think Hampton knew coming into this game that he was finally going to get a field goal attempt. You're going against a tougher team, and it's not going to be as sweet as it has been for this Brophy offense as tragedy hits. Humphrey's hurt.
Tough play by Humphries right there, giving it his all right there as he has to be carried off to the sideline. That'll be big for the second half because it looks like he was just getting into a groove right now. That quick tempo offense right there. I mean, it helped them get all the way down the field. Talk about how impressive that last drive was for Brophy.
Oh, it was super impressive. Things weren't clicking like you said, and Humphries really got it together. I think he found his rhythm with those group of guys. Reception after reception, good choice after good choice. That's why they're so far up the field.
So here we go. Ryder Hampton will set up to try to kick about. Well, it looks like they'll call a timeout, Perry, but it looks like he was getting ready to set up for about a 38-yard field goal right there. They'll ice him a little bit, have him think about it a little bit more right here. But if you're Brophy, after those 2 early turnovers right there, if you're able to convert this kick, you got to be happy going into the half, tied up 13-13.
Yeah, from not playing far from your best football to playing a similar brand to it, that's got to feel good. They're going to have to figure out a game plan for the second half of who's going to be able to produce the offense. Of course, CVB is going to be there at the helm now that Humphries injured. But can he find the groove and can he get some rhythm going for this team?
Well, we'll see it here before we get to the half. A big play right here for the Brophy Broncos. And it could potentially swing a lot of momentum in their favor right here if they're able to convert. Ryder Hampton, he'll get ready to kick it right here. 38 yards, as we said. And Brophy will take the snap. And it looks like it's just off and just short. A tough play right there. It looks like the kicker kind of slipped a little bit before he got into it right there. Didn't get it off clean. And it is short. That's a backbreaker right there for Brophy, as they are not able to convert 13-10 right there.
Yeah, I mean, looking on the other side, the flip side, that's huge for Perry. You were giving up a lot on that drive, and to be able to block the punt or, disrupt the punt, I mean, the field goal attempt, going up, now you're ahead in this ball game going into the second half.
So 1 second left in the game, or in the second half, in the first half, sorry about that. 1 second left. Looks like Perry will just kneel it out here and go into the half. And we are in for quite a second half, I'll say. A battle of momentum here in this first half. It's swinging both ways to each sideline. Eventually, looks like Perry will end up with the momentum to end this half out. But I'm telling you, 13-10, this is exactly what we expect. A highly close contested contest between the number 4 Brophy Broncos, the number 11 Perry Pumas, as they will go into the half. Perry up 13-10 on the Brophy Broncos. And we will be right back here on the Varsity Sports Show.
I'm Julia Coyne with the Varsity Sports Show. Arizona State started out strong in their first Big 12 game against Wyoming last Saturday to beat the Cowboys 48-7. Within the first minute of the game, the Sun Devils defense picked off the ball and ran in for their first touchdown. Throughout the game, the Sun Devils dominated offensively and defensively. Arizona State's new transfer quarterback from Michigan State, Sam Levitt, had an impressive first game with the Sun Devils. He threw 2 touchdowns with a total of 288 passing yards. Levitt threw a 68-yard pass in the third quarter to put the Sun Devils up 48-0. They had a total of 499 yards, whereas the Cowboys were held to 118 yards the entire game. Cameron Scoutavoo was back with 11 carries in the game to have the most rushing yards. Kyson Brown had a total of 73 receiving yards on 2 catches. Wyoming was able to score 1 touchdown in the fourth quarter to make the score 48-7. In the final drive of the game, Dillingham put walk-on Kiana Pete in the game to carry 1 yard while his basketball star brother, Koa Pete, was on his official visit for Sun Devil basketball. The Sun Devils had an extremely impressive performance and will play at home next week against Mississippi State. Mississippi State defeated Eastern Kentucky 56-7 in their game last week. It's going to be an exciting year for the Sun Devils. With Varsity Sports, I'm Julia Coyne.
Hello, Varsity Sports Show listeners. I'm Roman Martinez from Arizona State University, and I've got some exciting news straight from the college football scene. Former University of Texas quarterback Malik Murphy earned his first career win for his new school, Duke University. The UT transfer was recently named the starting quarterback after former QB Riley Leonard transferred to Notre Dame as a replacement for Sam Hartman, who is now in the NFL. With Murphy set to take the reins and lead Duke onto the gridiron this season, he shined in his debut. Malik had an impressive debut, scoring a solid 26-3 victory over Elon. Despite the lack of competition, the young playmaker led the offense effectively. He completed 21 of 35 passes for 278 yards and 2 touchdowns. Demonstrating both poise and precision, notably Murphy was well protected by his offensive line, who, by the way, didn't allow a single sack, enabling him to take several deep shots down the field for completions. Standing at 6'5" and weighing in at 230 pounds, Murphy is a formidable presence on the field. His combination of size, speed, and football IQ makes him a perfect fit for Duke's fast-paced offense. Fans are eager to see how he'll adapt to ACC play and lead his team against some of the toppest in-conference competition in college football. Thanks for listening, and go Varsity!
Varsity Sports Show. I'm Quentin Presley from Arizona State University, and today I have some Arizona Cardinal players that will make for some great point production in any fantasy football league. If you want to rep the Valley and still stay competitive, these are the players to look out for. Let's get right into it. Starting off with the most promising player on this list, we have 4th overall pick Marvin Harrison Jr. The Cardinals' new wide receiver 1 is going to be a very interesting player, especially in fantasy, where he's ranked 11th out of all receivers. If you have a chance to pick him up via trade, it might be worth it. Second, I have third-year tight end Trey McBride. Since there are not a ton of great options at tight end, McBride carries a lot of value, especially coming off of his 8 hot game stretch last year where he got 5 end zone looks and caught 4 of them for tutties. With Kyler Murray expecting to have a comeback year, number 85 in red will be a great option. Lastly, and at best value, I believe wholeheartedly that Kyler Murray is going to be a monster this upcoming season. Already, he's a 7th-ranked QB in fantasy, and he's coming off of an injury-riddled year. His running ability, mixed with his offensive weapons at his arsenal, make him a great general to slot in at your quarterback. That's it for this time. For those of you who are running fantasy football teams, make sure to set those lineups and stay hungry on the waiver wire. For Varsity Sports, I'm Quentin Presley. I'll catch you next time.
Hello everyone, I am Mason Byers and I'm a student at Arizona State University and I'm reporting for the Varsity Sports Show. With college football being back and better than ever, I'm going to have to be talking about Dylan Raiola and how he hopes to make Nebraska a great college football team once again. Raiola is a true freshman quarterback who was originally committed to the Georgia Bulldogs, but then late last year he flipped his commitment to the Nebraska Cornhuskers. With Georgia already having multiple quarterbacks on the roster, Raiola and the Cornhuskers had a mutual interest to help turn the program around. The Cornhuskers have struggled over the last decade, with multiple losing seasons, and their last winning season was in 2016. Head coach Matt Rule is in his 2nd year at the program and is hoping to turn this program around with the help of the young quarterback. Raiola impressed during training camp, and it was no question whether or not he was going to get the nod to be the starting quarterback on the opening week roster. Raiola impressed and performed amazing in his very first college game. He threw 19 of 27 and threw for 238 passing yards and 2 passing touchdowns. This impressive first start for the true freshman helped Nebraska win 40-7 over UTEP. And if they're going to have any chance of competing in the very competitive Big Ten Conference, Dylan Raiola will need to keep performing like this. Matt Rule and the rest of the program hopes Raiola is the answer to the problems they've had recently, and then hopefully they can be in bowl games very soon and even compete for a Big Ten championship. With the Varsity Sports Show, I'm Mason Byers.
Pickett here at Varsity Sports, reporting to you on K. Phillips, Hightower's defensive back. In a major decision for his athletic career, Kay Phillips, who received offers from prestigious programs such as University of Houston, Michigan University, and has officially committed to Louisiana State University. Now let's hear directly from Kay Phillips as he shares his thoughts from his recent visit to LSU.
I felt all the love from the coaches, even from the players on the team, and being able to be coached by Coach Raymond was one of the big things, seeing what he's produced and put in the league.
Let's dive into the numbers as we take a look at Cade Phillips' impressive football stats. Junior year 2022 through 2023 tackle stats. The total goal difference for that year was 12. The number of unassisted tackles was 41. Tackle guard 3.4. Senior year 2023 through 2024 tackles stats. The total goal difference is 4. Unassisted tackles 22 in total. Stay tuned as we take a closer look at Cade's playing style on the field and what makes him stand out among his peers.
I would describe my playing style on the field as someone who likes to press and be physical and man-to-man, but also a guy that can play zone and just read the quarterback side and go get the ball. When I hear football, I just hear fun, really.
Closing out on tonight's spotlight on high school football, Hightower's defensive back, Cade Phillips. As the season progresses, all eyes will be on Cade Phillips as he leads Hightower defensive team with unmatched determination and skill. With Varsity Sports, I'm Kaylin Pickett reporting.
All right, and we are back for the Varsity Sports Show halftime performance right there. As you see, we have Perry's band getting active right now, and with the way that they played that first half, man, there's a lot to celebrate about. Up 13-10 right now. I'm here with my color analyst, Mr. Quentin Presley. How are you doing today?
Feeling fantastic. Thank you for asking. And
Talk to me about that right there. Talk to me about what did you see in the first half right there from Brophy and from Perry right there. What played such a big role?
well, looking on the Brophy side of things, we saw at first they introduced the two quarterback scheme, pulling one in, giving the other one out, and I think it confused Perry, but mistakes led to disaster, and fumbles and penalties paved the way for Perry to be above in this football game and leading right into Perry's side. I think they weren't capitalizing in the crucial moments at first, but through poise and through patience, they were able to be ahead by 3.
Yes, I mean that was a big part of it. Like we mentioned all broadcasts so far, playing mistake-free football is how you win games. And for Brophy, that just didn't happen this first half. As you mentioned, those two fumbles, they led to points, easy points, as I may say, for Perry. Because besides that, I mean, Brophy's defense has been playing as well as they have all season, or they've just stayed to the same standard that they have all season, only giving up 13 points within the half. And there were many times there where they were put in tough positions by those turnovers where the Perry offense had a short field to score.
Yeah, and a big part looking into the next half is Humphreys. He did some real damage to that leg, so it is going to be CVB at the helm, controlling the reins for this football team for the Broncos, and we're going to see how he does.
Well, you talked about that on their final drive before the half. Obviously, they were trying to get a field goal there to tie it up. They did miss, but Humphrey, he went down in one of the final plays and hobbled off. He went down and had to get carried off the field. We've looked at him through this whole halftime. He's been getting work done on his leg. It does not look good. It looks like Vanden Bosch will definitely play a major role in this second half. Now, talking about the second half, what are some keys for Brophy to get the lead back and to maintain the lead and maybe ultimately win this football game against a tough Perry defense and an elusive Perry offense?
You know, for Brophy, it's definitely going to be comfort, right? You have CVB. He already made a great touchdown pass earlier in the game. Can he do more of that? Can he find peace at his position and he's going to be able to run the football. We all know that. But is he going to be able to stay in that pocket and find his guys on their routes? For Perry, it's going to be keeping up this level of intensity from their D-line. It was questionable before the game. It was their weakness for these past 3 games. Can they keep it going, and do they have the durability to push through the rest of this game?
I mean, one thing that I do want to highlight as well, when you saw on that last drive with Humphrey, the passing game really started to get going there. They were able to get chunk plays through the air. You saw that one time in the first quarter with Vanden Bosch where he got the 30-yard touchdown. But besides that, we haven't seen a lot of his arms so far. More plays with his legs. I think if Brophy wants to have a successful offense and keep the rhythm that they went into the half with, they have to keep the ball in their playmakers' hands, whether that's Vanden Bosch, whether that's Fitzgerald, whether that's Camerata, whether that's Estrada. They have a lot of playmakers. But I think they have to figure out a way to get the ball out of their hands quickly, get it into their playmakers who can make a move and get off into the green grass.
Yeah, give them opportunities to, right? Like, if you're CVB, you want to put your players in the green ahead of them and let them move. They can move. They can work around this defense and really get going. We need to see more Fitzgerald. That is inherent. If he does not get any more looks, it's going to be some questions in that locker room. Like, how are they not able to in this game?
Well, I think one other thing that we have to talk about is Brophy's defense, especially their defensive line. They've been creating havoc all year long and even all game long. But you saw it. There were a couple times there in the first half where the Perry quarterback was able to scramble out, able to break through the defensive line right there, become elusive, and it led to big gains down the field, even led to him breaking out and scoring a touchdown for the Perry Pumas.
I mean, he's been an important part of their success. If Snyder hasn't been getting out of the pocket like he has been, they'd be down a lot. This deficit would be big, and Brophy would be on top. So a huge credit to Snyder at the helm. And looking at their wide receivers, LJ, sorry.
Yeah, LJ Walker. I mean, he definitely needs to get more involved. As we talked about coming into this game, he was averaging over 140 yards. I can tell you he's not on pace to get that so far because I mean, one thing about Brophy's defense, their secondary is all hands on deck so far. They have been stuck to them like some stick glue, as we said before. But I mean, it's been a great job. It's been a whole team job by this Brophy defense. D line coming in together, the linebackers rallying, getting tackles, and obviously that secondary not allowing for LJ Walker and crew to have a big game so far. So that's one thing that I definitely do want to highlight going into the second half because Brophy's defense is going to have to play a crucial role in them winning this game.
Totally. I mean, this is what happens when two football teams go against each other, right? We're not always going to see a ton of offense in a shootout. They're playing their best, not their best football, but they're playing pretty dang good football. And even though some of the mistakes are unforced, a lot of this has been two Titans just clashing heads going at each other.
Well, that will wrap up our halftime show for the Varsity Sports Show. We'll take a break and then get right back into the second half action. See you in just a second. go, Chris. Chris, I'm a. All right, and we are back here for the start of the second action of the second half, as it is the Brophy Broncos kicking off to the Perry Pumas tonight. It's a 13-10 lead as we start off the second half here, and we'll get off way as that's number 3, Taylor Frazier, getting the return here, and he gets a major return, breaking down past the 40 up to about the 45, putting the Pumas in great field position.
Yeah, Frazier came out with a bang there on that one. Really put the Pumas in good position moving forward.
Wow. So we talked about it now. Brophy definitely has a little bit of a hill to climb. They wanted to go into the half tied 13-13. They are down by 3 now. And another backbreaker here, Rylan Humphrey, looks like he's out for the game on crunches. So it will be the Case Vandenbosch show on offense. But before we get there, man, the defense has to do their job right here as they set up for first down from the 46 of the Pumas.
I mean, how dope is it, right? Like, obviously the injury sucks, but you're out there with your team right now, giving them, love and, support. If you got to win this game for him.
And the Pumas will get off to a nice start right here as the running back, that looks like that was Frazier again, gets outside of the D-line right there and is able to turn the corner and get a couple gain for about 7, I think.
I wasn't sure. Was there a flag on the play right there?
Oh, it looks like there was some laundry. Looks like that might be holding right there for the Pumas. And that's not the way you want to start it if you're the Pumas offense, man. Get a nice little game with the running right there, but can't do it without holding. It's a tough way to start them, as they'll be behind the chains now. It'll be 1st and 20 from their 36. Got to highlight, man. Cale Snyder had a pretty good first half there.
Yeah, he did. And I think the surrounding players, not the main pieces, but the helping role players have been great this game for both teams.
Yes, sir. Snyder will take the shotgun snap right there. Look for his wide receivers. And it is almost picked off by the safety right there. It looked like that was Cree Thomas. Had a potential play on the ball right there, but it just wasn't able to go. And, man, I know he wants that one back right there.
And you know how huge it is because, Humphreys is out like we said. You want to put your offense as close as they can be to that end zone.
Yes, sir. But that's another great play by the Brophy defense. 2nd and 20 here for the Pumas. As Snyder takes the shotgun snap, looking for his wide receiver. And he will complete it for a short gain. That looks like that was number 1, Max Wendell-Schaefer right there for a gain of about 7, it looked like. Make that 9. It'll be 3rd and 11 here. Big 3rd down to start it off. If you're the Brophy defense, you want to look to get off the field right here. Get it back to your offense so they can start it up.
Definitely. Maybe even force a turnover right here. Get it closer than you would off the punt would be huge for Brophy moving forward.
The Brophy crowd starting to make some noise on this 3rd down as Snyder takes a snap, looks for his wide receiver, holds it, boots out, escapes, looking, trying to make a play here. An incomplete right there, off balance, short throw, short of his wide receiver right there. And Brophy will create a 3 and out to start it off.
It always seems like, Snyder's on the move, like he just got evicted, and he is just constantly having to put throws on the money while he's moving. So it's got to be tough.
Well, we talked about that. That's the impact of this Brophy D-line right there. I mean, they're coming from everywhere. Came through the middle, came off the edge. He had to spin out, was off balance, wasn't able to make the throw at because he had pressure in his face. And now Brophy's going to be able to get the ball back, get that offense where it needs to be. But first, here comes the punt from Perry as they set up here. Brophy, you'll see it a lot. Almost always, they'll have 2 returners in the backfield. Both of them are dangerous right there. That's Noche and Cree Thomas. That's Cree Thomas right there. Will fair catch it. And it looks like the Brophy offense will start at about the 25 right here, as Case Vandenbosch will have to take over for this offense and lead them. It's going to be interesting to see what the offense looks like now since their passing threat of Humphreys is gone. Obviously, we saw Vandenbosch have a great 30-yard touchdown throw earlier in the half. But it's going to be interesting.
This is going to be the best opportunity for CVB to make a name for himself, really. I mean, this is going to be his canvas, and he's the painter. What can he do for this offense?
So Vandenbosch will line up now in the shotgun. 3 receivers to his right, and he'll hand it off here. It looks like that's to Chambers, and not the way you want to start it right there. That's a loss of 1, it looks like, for the Broncos, as Chambers will go down right here. We didn't see a lot of Chambers in the first half. It felt like Estrada had more of the plays, but let's not be fooled here. Chambers can definitely make some plays. He still leads the team in rushing, so be on the lookout for him. Be on the lookout for this Brophy offensive line to also make their mark, because they, once the first half started going, I mean, they were able to really start to create some holes, create some gaps for them to run through. But Case Vanden Bosch will take the snap right here. Looks like it was a little bit behind his defender. Oh, no, and they're calling that a pick. What a play by the Pumas defense right there. Not what you want for Brophy. Another turnover, the third of the game for the Broncos, man. And that's got to be a backbreaker. You get a negative play on first down and then a turnover on second down. I know that is not how Jason Jewell wanted to start it out.
Case Vanden Bosch, that it just slipped. That opportunity slipped right away, and now they are on thin ice with Perry right there near the end zone.
So the Brophy defense is back on, looking to bail out Brophy again, man. If you're on the defense, you just can't catch a break right now, man. They get a crucial stop, 3 and out, and now they're back on the field with a short field for the Puma offense. Snyder in the shotgun, and that looks like that's Frazier right behind him. As he'll take the handoff right here. Frazier will run it up, gaping hole. That'll be a tackle right there. Looks like that was number 25 Dominic Woods, it looked like.
This Brophy defense is kind of reminding me about parents with a newborn. The baby's crying. Oh, we'll go. You go help him out. And now we go back. Then they get a second arrest. They got to go back on the field.
Yeah. I mean, it's a thankless job for this defense, man. It's tough right here as Snyder will hand it off to Frazier, and he is met stonewalled right there for a gain of, it looks like, nothing, really. And that's that defensive line right there, holding strong, making it another third down here for the Pumas offense. Man, what a play right there. I mean, time and time again, the D-line has come up big for Brophy.
Yeah, they were able to really pin him on the line of scrimmage right there.
So it'll be 3rd and 1 here on the Brophy 20. Could be 4-down territory right here, but we'll see. Snyder in the shotgun right here. Frazier behind him. And it looks like Snyder will now get up behind the center, try to make a play here. He'll hand it off, and he's met in the backfield. What a play. That looks like that was number 11, Bastian Vanden Bosch, on the scene right there with a huge tackle for the Broncos. Looks like they even lost one right there, and it'll be a 4th and 2 right here. What a play by that Brophy defensive line.
That's how you do it. That's the brother helping out his QB brother. Bet they'll talk about that at the dinner table.
Hey, man, they've been a dynamic duo this season for sure. They've had a couple times where now they've been both players of the game so far. So now, here we go. The Pumas setting up for a 4th down. 4th and short, 4th and 2. A huge play early in this third quarter for Brophy's defense. Let's see what they can do. They'll take the snap. Looks like Brophy has a convoy. He'll be looking for it, and it's broken up right there. Number 9, that looked like that was Ryder Noche. Snyder was looking for his playmaker, LJ Walker, right there. One-on-one coverage, and he was not able to connect. What a play by this Brophy defense. Holding up strong again, giving up no points.
That was huge right there for Brophy after giving them the ball right there next to the end zone. And almost a good throw by Snyder to Jared right there, and Brophy, tip your cap. What a stand on defense.
Wow, I mean, we talked about it here, how both offenses have to get their playmakers involved. You want to get the ball in LJ Walker's hands right there. There's the opportunity, but the Brophy defense had another thing in mind.
Just look how fired up they are right there on the sideline. The coaches are loving it.
And Brophy will take back over right here as they get a substantial gain. Looks like about 6. Looks like that is Estrada right there. Another solid game for him. He's been going nice today. Great job by him. But again, what a play. What a momentum shift right there for Brophy. I mean, they potentially went from going down 2 scores to now having the ball back in, Let's see how this offense looks here. As it's another handoff to Estrada. A nice hole. And it looks like Estrada. Oh, my goodness. A shoelace tackle there for Perry. If not, Estrada was taking that to the house.
You love to hear the cowbells ringing. This is Brophy football.
Brophy travels very well. I mean, we are in Gilbert, Arizona right now, about a 45-minute drive.
Yeah.
And they are traveling well. But what's even traveling better right now is this Broncos offense. Case Vanden Bosch right there. Stiff-arming one, getting a gain of a couple right now. But that's what you want to see from the Broncos offense. After a tough start to to the second half right there. They get the stop. The defense bails them out, and now they're getting some good gains on the ground.
I think it was huge for the Broncos to get that fourth down turnover because now you're putting Perry's D-line back on the field with little break. And we've talked about their durability. Can they keep it up? They look a little winded right now.
So here comes Vanden Bosch, gets the snap right here, rolls out to his right, looking, still has it, and he passes that to Sharper right there. Sharper has been making plays time and time again. I think that's his third or fourth catch of the game already. He looks like one of Vanden Bosch's target. Obviously, you saw them earlier in the first quarter. Oh, and it looks like Sharper's hobbling off, may have a little bit of a cramp here. But as I said, early in the fourth quarter, they were able to connect for a touchdown, and it looks like Sharper does have a little bit of cramp, getting it stretched out here on the sideline. But another nice game for this Brophy offense.
Yeah, CVB's really having a way better drive than he did previously. Obviously, he's pushing down the field compared to a pick. And fun fact, bananas do help cramps most of the time.
You know what they say, a banana a day keeps the cramps away. But Vanden Bosch right there gets another great run for the first down right there. And this Brophy offense is moving on track, on time, on schedule. Great job by Brophy right there.
I think this is the closest thing you can get to being at Golden One Arena in Sacramento, California, with all the cowbells ringing.
And it looks like it'll be just short of the first down. It'll be 2nd and 1 right here. But as you said, man, this Brophy crowd is pumped up right here, trying to give the juice and energy to their offense to put this ball in the end zone. So Vanden Bosch, he'll take the direct snap right here. Looks like he'll run it. And, man, they're getting chunks at a time on the ground right now. As we highlighted earlier, man, the Perry Puma's defense does give up over 130 yards on the ground. So that is one emphasis that Brophy has to look at here. I mean, they have a lot of veteran leadership on their offensive line. And, you know, with such a big body at your quarterback, why not go and run it?
Definitely. I mean, I think they're really punching him in the mouth right now. Perry is not responding.
So here we go now. Vanden Bosch in the shotgun. Looks like that's Chambers to the right of him. As he hands it off to Chambers. No, he'll keep it. And it looks like that's number 1, Devin Fitzgerald. As we talked about earlier, you got to get your playmakers in the game. Get it to number 1 right there, and good things happen for Brophy.
Yeah, and right there, CBB put it there on the money for Fitzgerald. Got his foot in, and that's a catch moving forward.
And that's a great job by the scheme right there. I mean, when you see Vanden Bosch in that backfield, you're expecting him to run it right there. They run a little play action. He keeps the ball right there, and Fitzgerald is wide open for the catch.
Now we were kind of questioning CVB's offensive output, the drive before. Now he's a totally different player. Running, making good throws. This could be a potential scoring outburst for the Broncos.
Wow, and it looks like that was a little bit of a gut punch right there. There is some laundry on the field. Looks like that'll go against Brophy. So after a nice positive gain, it's brought back. 1st and 15 for Brophy at the 35 right here. As Vanden Bosch lines up in the shotgun as he usually does. Gives it to Estrada, it looks like. And Estrada is making work right now. Gets a gain of about 8, it looks like right here. 7, 2nd and 8. Right there, but Estrada has been having a day on the ground so far. It looks like he could be potentially gaining a bigger role here in this offense so far because it feels like every time he touches the ball, something positive happens for this Brophy offense.
As soon as they snap that ball, they are punishing them on the ground.
Vanden Bosch takes the snap off again, and guess who? Estrada. But what a play right there by the by the Puma defense right there. That looked like that was number 12, Nate Wheeler, on the stop right there. Great job by him. And, man, Estrada had some room to work with right there, but it was cut short. So that will lead to a 3rd and 7 on the 27. A big play right here for Brophy. So it'll be Vanden Bosch in the shotgun. Trips to his right for the wide receivers right there. No Fitzgerald in the game. It looks like it's Camerata, Benzie, and Sharper right there for the wide receiving core. And that's Estrada at the running back. So here we go. A huge 3rd down right here in this 3rd quarter. 4 minutes left. CVB takes the ball. Looking. says, I'm going to do it with my legs, gets the first down, and he puts his shoulder down into the defense right there. Great job by Vanden Bosch getting the first down for Brophy.
The Perry defense tried to sneak Vanden Bosch right there, and it was like running into a tree trunk. Absolutely stood his ground, and what a great game there for the Brophy Broncos.
And every time they get a first down, you hear this crowd erupt every time right there with those cowbells right there. We're loving it here for those Broncos. 1st and 10 on the 17 now. Broncos really threatening to score right here. Have a great look about them this drive. So the wide receiver move motion from right to left as Vanden Bosch takes the shotgun snap right here. Design QB run, trying to find the hole. And he'll get a gain of about, it looks like 5 right there. Pretty good coverage by the Pumas, but Vanden Bosch is able to make the most out of nothing right there. Great job by him. 2nd and 6 it'll be right here. And you see it now. I mean, Brophy is in a rhythm now after that first turnover. They like what they have with Vanden Bosch, mixing in the run, mixing in the pass with the run. So it's very nice here. Able to get chunks. And you see it here now. Vanden Bosch has 3 wide receivers to his left, 1 to his right. In the shotgun with Estrada in the backfield here. As they have a motion now. And we'll get out to Estrada. Can he get that edge right there? He'll be able to get the edge and pick up the first down. Great run right there for Estrada. Or it'll be close at least. We'll see exactly where they place it. Maybe a 3rd and short right here.
I don't want to jinx it, but it's looking like points will be on the board, which is going to be huge for the Brophy Broncos.
Well, it is 13-10, one-score game right now. So any points you can't have, but a killer of a turnover right there. It looks like they do have laundry on the field right there. So it takes away a nice play by Estrada. Backs it up 2nd and 16 from the 23. That's tough right there for the Broncos.
Yeah, that's super unfortunate. You do not, as a team, you have to be more disciplined than to pull out one of your best plays of the game and have it get pulled back.
So here we go. Backed up behind the chains now. That's one thing that we talked about with this offense. You want to stay ahead of the chains. They aren't right now. It's 2nd and long, 2nd and 16. Vanden Bosch in the shotgun. Let's see what type of magic he can make as he gets the snap. Looking for his wide receiver. Pumps once. Evades a tackler. Gives it to, that looks like number 1 Fitzgerald. Breaks 1 tackle. Stays up on his feet. Can he get the little extra push? And that looks like a first down. What a play by Fitzgerald right there. That's a pro play right there. Looking like his father.
It's most certainly. Go get that first down, young man.
So it looks like it'll be 1st down and goal at the 5 right there. What a play by Vanden Bosch. He had pressure in his face. He was able to evade the rusher right there. And he gets the first down completion to Fitzgerald. What a play.
Sensational. Really calm right there at the helm.
So here we go. CVB lines up in the shotgun. 3 wide receivers to his left, 1 to his right. Looks like that's Chambers in the backfield right there. 1st and goal at the 5. Gets the snap. Gives it to Chambers. Outside zone, and it looks like a touchdown for the Brophy Broncos as they take the lead again. What a drive by this Broncos offense.
Why not then? Why not now, right? Brophy, from what looks like an improbable drive after the interception, pushing down the field in historic fashion, getting the touchdown there.
So the Broncos will take a 16-3 lead here right before the PAT. Let's wait before the PAT to get kicked right here. And he remains perfect with PATs on the season. 17-13, your Brophy Broncos lead with 2:50 left in the 3rd quarter. What a drive. That's a gotta-have-it drive right there for the Brophy Broncos.
I could not agree more. And I mean, a little bit of life is in them now. They're in this football game. I mean, they were only down 3, but your quarterback goes down. Players are getting cramps. Things are just not going their way, and they are still able to waltz their way to the end zone.
And what you love to see there right there is the response from Case Vanden Bosch. I mean, terrible throw on that first play of the half. It ends up in a pick. He's able to wash that out of his system, clear his mind, and he's able to make play after play right there for the Brophy Broncos offense. And it ends up in a touchdown, and now they got the lead.
Yep.
Now the defense has to do what the defense has been doing. Stay strong, create havoc, as Brophy kicks it off now back to the Pumas offense.
I mean, I think it's impossible to just check out of this game. If you see Rylan Humphrey on the sideline there with all of his spirit, if you're CVD after that interception, you see your guy on the sideline like that, he has to do it for him. And I think that's really pushing him right now.
I think that's one thing that you see a lot. This is a team. This is not special teams, defense, offense, as the Pumas will take the kick right here. And that's number 1 right there, Max Wendell Schaefer, out to about the 35 of Brophy. Oh, it looks like there are a couple flags right there. Don't know if that's on Brophy or if that's on the Pumas. It looks like it may be on the Pumas right there. It looks like they may have even hit the kicker. So, tough play right there, but that looks like that'll definitely back up the Pumas. But back to what I was saying. This Brophy team, they're a team. It's not 3 separate units. It's not offense. It's not defense. It's not special teams individually. You see, this is a close team. They lean on each other. You see it even right there. You see the quarterback, Van der Bosch, and he's dapping up Fitzgerald. He's dapping up his wide receiver, saying thank you to his offensive line, creating good protection right there. But they lean on each other. If one person makes a mistake, the other is there to pick them up. You've seen that all night. If the offense makes a mistake, the defense picks it up, and they ultimately give the offense an opportunity to score right there and give them the lead. So that's one thing. I mean, that's got to be one of the main factors. They're 3-0, and they got the lead right now. Potentially could be 4-0 after this game. Obviously, we have a long way, but that's a great thing to point out.
That's an incredible point because, yeah, they really should credit that touchdown to their defense. When all odds were against them, they were able to stop Perry in their tracks and get the offense the ball back.
So it looks like they're going to redo the kick here. Flags are flying everywhere right there. So it looks like they'll be able to return it again. It looks like that's Wendell Schaefer back there as well as Walker. So let's see. We haven't had a lot of returns tonight for Brophy, but Perry has gotten quite a lot of returns, and they've actually gotten very good field position out of it. Let's see if they can capitalize again. As Brophy kicks it off. And it'll be Wendell Schaefer on the return right there. Has a convoy of blockers, but Brophy stays strict, and it looks like it'll be down inside the 35. Great job by the special teams of Brophy.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, you want to keep them there from about the 35 to the 20, and if they're in there, you did a good job.
So it's going to be interesting now as the Pumas offense gets back on. Let's see how they respond because they had a tough 4th down stop right there. They had all the momentum going in their favor, and right after that 4th down stop, you see Brophy come down, score, take the lead. Let's see how these Pumas respond right here as Snyder lines up in the shotgun. You got to think that they got to target LJ Walker a little bit more. I mean, you saw that target last on that 4th down, but even now, as Snyder drops back, has all day to pass, and gets it to his wide receiver right there. Looks like that was number 18, Amos Augustine right there. And that's the way to start it out if you're the Pumas, man. Just get it, pick up where you left off.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen Brophy find their guy, Fitzgerald, really muscling his way for that 1st down previously. Can Perry, on the other hand, find their guy? I mean, time is dwindling down.
And Perry goes hurry up right here as they run the ball. It'll be close to a 1st down right there. Looks like that was number 2, Maddox Ford on the carry right there, and that'll move the chains as Puma picks up their first down of the half so far.
There we go.
Or of this drive, sorry about that. But Snyder, looks like the Pumas are making an effort to go hurry up, keep the tempo up right here. Snyder takes the snap, drops back. Pretty good protection. Looks for his wide receiver right there, and a short completion right there. That was number 17, Hayden Moon. And Snyder right now, he is in a bit of a rhythm. Great job by him right there. 1:37 left in the 3rd quarter. 2nd and 6 for these Pumas. And you see it now. They're making an effort to not let this Brophy defense get set right now.
Yeah.
So they take a pause real quick. Look back to their sideline. As Snyder takes the snap from shotgun. Gives the handoff off to his running back right there. And another 1st down picked up through the ground for these Perry Panthers. Pumas, sorry.
That was a good run right there. Really just stuck it there to the DL's chest and pushed him down. That's going to be a good feeling for the Pumas.
And that looks like that was Ford again on the carry right there. They're starting to feed him a little bit more. Like we said, they do have a couple running backs that they like to use, but Ford right now is getting a lot of the attention. Snyder right now he'll take a shot down the field. That's to his wide receiver, Max Wendell Schaefer right there, but that is too far. Too far right there. Good coverage by the Brophy defense, but it's nice to see the Pumas take a shot. You got to get those playmakers involved right there, but Brophy's defense staying stout as always.
Yeah, I mean, Max almost slipped away right there, and if QB was able to put that more on the money, that could have been +6 for the Pumas.
So here we go, 2nd and 10 at the 44 in enemy territory right now for the Pumas. Snyder will line up in the shotgun. Looks like he'll get the snap. Waiting, escapes, rolling out. Looks like he'll do it himself. Try to take it out and gets a very nice gain on 2nd down, making it a 3rd and short. Looks like about a gain of 8 we'll see here. But again, Snyder rolling out, getting outside of that pocket and making plays. If you're the Brophy defensive line, there has to be an emphasis on keeping him in the pocket.
It is 3rd down. Can they get it?
Well, we've been in this situation all night with the Pumas offense. 3rd and short, 4th and short. Can they convert? Last time was no. We'll see this time. Snyder will take the snap, try to do it himself, escapes, and it looks like he'll be down short again for no gain right there. So here we go again, 17-13, 30 seconds it looks like remaining in the 3rd quarter. A big decision here for the Pumas offense. 4th and 1 from the 35.
I don't see Snyder going anywhere. I think he's staying right there, and they're going for this.
If I'm the Pumas right here, I bring in the biggest formation I can and just try to get this 1 yard right here, because the D-line has been creating havoc all night for Brophy. Let's see if they'll take the snap right here or wait till the 4th quarter as it ticks down now. 3, 2, and they will snap it right there. Oh, wow. He breaks through number 11 right there. And a touchdown on the last play of the 3rd quarter for Nate Wheeler. What a play by this Perry Pumas offense. Wow, I honestly didn't even think they were going to snap it right there. But they faked the Brophy defense out and get a touchdown. What a play. What a momentum shift for these Pumas.
Yeah, what the Puma push right there, and what looks like an inevitable turnover from 4th down turned to a touchdown.
Wow, wow. And what a play to end off this 3rd quarter. What a dynamic 3rd quarter has been, scoring on both sides of the ball. Had a turnover. Wow. Had 2 turnovers. One interception, 1 turnover on down. So let's see if they can make it a 20-17 game here with this extra point. And it's all good right there. So the the Perry Pumas will take a 20-17 lead against the Brophy Broncos heading into the 4th quarter. We will be right back with you on the Varsity Sports Show in just a second. I gotta stop saying Panthers, bro. I don't know why I keep saying Panthers, bro. That shit was insane. Yeah, bro. That shit was insane. I thought he was, bro, because I saw someone fall down right here. I thought it was the stop, bro. And then I look and I just see like 5 people running. That's insane. Was it a trick? Was it like a trick play, or was it like a push? Like a Philly? He just broke free? Because I saw someone fall. I thought that was a ball carrier. That's crazy, though. Yeah, he just stayed up on his feet. All right, you ready? All right, and we are back for the start of the 4th quarter between the Perry Pumas and the Brophy Broncos. If you're just coming in with us right now, what a play by the Perry Pumas to end the quarter right there. A huge run of about 35 yards to score a touchdown and take the lead for the Pumas right here, as the Brophy offense will look to get back out there. Well, man, you see them now. Both offenses trading punches right now. Momentum shift is on Perry's side, but we see CVB coming back out. Talk to me about it.
Yeah, just want to touch on that touchdown buzzer beater. Wheeler really drove in there like a purple Cadillac in fashion to the end zone. And big play for the Pumas. Now looking at the Broncos side of things, CVB's going to have to produce another great drive.
So here we go. 1st and 10, 12 minutes left in this last quarter on the 20. Let's see what the Broncos offense can cook up again on this crucial drive. Vanden Bosch will set up in the shotgun. 3 wide receivers to his left, 1 to his right. So fake the handoff right here. No, he'll give it to him. And that looks like that is Chambers? That is Chambers, number 6 Chambers right there. 5 and 6, it's a little hard to see right there. But a great start. Again, the Brophy Broncos getting right back to that run game right there. Ground and pound, getting a first down right off the rip.
Haven't had a ton of Chambers, but I think they're going to look to change that soon.
And they'll give it to Fitzgerald right here on the screen pass, and he'll get about 9 right there. Another great play. I mean, it looks like the Broncos are in a rhythm right now, getting the ball out quick, getting great blocking right there, and able to make the most of it right there.
It's a little bit surprising that they haven't done more of that, right? Like some more screen plays for Fitzgerald. It seemed to work perfectly right there.
So a big 2nd and 1 right here. Vanden Bosch will take the snap from shotgun, give it to the running back. No, he'll keep it himself. Look to get the first down. Breaks 1, breaks 2. Wow, the big quarterback right there, breaking 2 tackles and picking up the first down. That's what you love to see right there, making plays with his legs again.
Yeah, and what looks like maybe a once in a lifetime drive. He's looking to prove himself. This is really me. I can do this. Drive in and drive out.
So here we go. 1st and 10 from the 47. As Vanden Bosch will take the snap right here. Fake the handoff. It's batted up in the air. Great play right there by the Panthers defense right there. Or the Puma defense right there. That is number 22, Rookie Stewart right there. Great job by him.
Yeah, I mean, they read it perfectly, and they were able to get a hand on it.
So here we go, 2nd and 10 right here. Tough play for the Broncos on their first drive, on the first play of these downs right here. Vanden Bosch will line up in the shotgun. Chambers right next to him. He has 2 wide receivers to his left, to his right here. As he takes the snap, scrambles out, looking downfield, makes a play on target to his wide receiver. Great throw right there from CVB. Looks like that was number 9 right there, Ryder Noche. May have to get a second look to confirm it. No, that was to number 3, Nathan Benzie. My bad right there. But great route, great play. Way to extend the play by CVB right there, getting outside of the pocket and hitting his wide receiver in stride.
Yeah, I mean, the Vanden Bosch is airstriking the Pumas right now, and a lot of passes from artillery.
So motion right there. Vanden Bosch will hand it off to Chambers right there, able to break a couple tackles and go up and get about a 2-yard gain right there, maybe 3. But as we say, man, after that first interception by CVB, it looks like he's been a lot more crisp with his passing, putting it on target to his wide receivers, giving them a chance to make a play.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like that was a real wake-up call, and he's been answering it ever since then. And the Broncos have a chance to respond to what was a fantastic run by the Pumas.
The Broncos will sub out their running back Chambers for Estrada, bring him back in. CVB is in the shotgun, and he'll hand it off to Estrada. No, he'll keep it himself. Big game for CVB, and that is another first down right there for the Broncos. Just chugging away right now. Chugga, 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 chugga. Oh, choo! Great job right there.
Oh, my gosh.
Wow. And you see right there, as we talked about earlier, the Pumas defense does give up a lot of rushing yards, and that seems to be the strength right now of this Broncos offense. Just the offensive line is creating gaps. The running back and the quarterback are taking advantage of those holes, finding them, and bursting through them. Great job. So Vanden Bosch in here, 3 wide receivers to his left, 1 to his right. And I do want to highlight, you see Fitzgerald out there by himself, it looks like. We'll see what they can make of this. They'll hand it off to Estrada right there, and he is swallowed up at the line. Maybe 1 that he gains right there.
Yeah, I mean, that play's okay when you just go ahead and get your team 20 yards, right? It's just phenomenal position. They have a chance to definitely tie it, but they're going to go for the go-ahead.
So 2nd and 9 deep into the Pumas territory right now on their 17-yard line. Vanden Bosch, again, they'll line up with the same formation. 3 to the left, 1 to the right for the wide receivers. Running back in the backfield. Van den Bosch will step, throw it his wide receiver. Fitzgerald makes a man miss, takes some ankles, breaks another tackle, and he's dragged down by 4 players after a nice couple of moves right there, creating a 3rd and short for these Broncos. And that's what we were talking about earlier, man. You have a prospect in Devin Fitzgerald right now that has done great early on in the season. You always got to find a way to give him the ball because he can create plays out of nothing.
Yeah, I mean, and now we can talk to the History Channel. It officially takes 3 Pumas to take down a Bronco.
That's nice right there. Who do you actually have in a fight, a Bronco or a Puma?
Dude, I gotta say a Bronco. Like, I sound tougher.
It's
They're
close.
bigger.
It's close. Yeah, okay. I can see that. So here we go. 3rd and 4 from the 12 right here. Big 3rd down for these Broncos. Van den Bosch will take the snap. Looks like it's a design quarterback run, and it looks like he's just short. Looks like he's down about 2 yards. It's close right here. 4th and 2 on the opponent's 10. Big decision for this Brophy offense right here. Do you kick it and tie it up? Do you go for it and potentially go for the go-ahead score right here? I mean, you got Van den Bosch, you got 15. The way that you've been running it, especially this drive and the last, I think there's no way that you don't go for it here on 4th down.
I think the fans would have to agree with you. We've heard multiple go-for-it chants, and here come the cowbell.
So here we go. 4th and 2 for the Broncos. Van den Bosch in the shotgun, has 3 wide receivers to his right with Estrada right by his side here. As he awaits the snap, he'll take the snap. QB run. Can he get it? The big boy will run. Break a tackle. Touchdown, Broncos. What a play by CVB. Putting the team on his back. Great job. 23-20 Broncos right there. What a play.
CVD more like CMC. Van den Bosch with the clutch 4th down conversion for the tutty.
Wow, and what a play call by Jason Jewell right there. You have a chance to decide, do we want to tie this? Do we want to take the go-ahead touchdown as they get the PAT off? That'll be perfect again for the kicker right there. 24-20 for these Broncos. But like I said, he had a big decision right there. He decided to trust his offensive line, trust his quarterback, go and get me that 1st down. And he said, I'll do you one even better. I'll get the score. Why not?
Mama, there goes that man.
Great job. So in a back-and-forth game, 24-20, you hear the crowd right now. The Brophy Broncos are hyped up. The Perry Pumas are hyped up. 7:26 left in this game. We are in for quite a finish.
Yeah, and I think Brophy's in a great position here. They're sending out their star-studded defense to go get a stop. They're above in the game, 24-20. So if a field goal happens to take place, they're still ahead by 1.
Well, I mean, this is the position that you want to be in if you're Brophy Prep. I'm sorry about that. You want to rely on your defense at the end of the day. I feel like they're your strongest unit out here. They've proven to you time and time again they can get the job done. So now here's the time right here. 7:26 as the Brophy Broncos kick it off to the Pumas. Looks like you got Walker back there. Also have Max Wendell Schaefer back there. So we'll see. But it looks like it's a squib kick right here. And number 1, Wendell Schaefer is able to break out past the 40 right there. Great return right there for the Pumas. You haven't seen a lot of that today. The squib kick. Wow.
Yeah, and they are just pushing up the field. I think one of their best offensive producers have been the punt returners.
Yes, sir. So here we go now. 7:20 on the clock. The Perry Pumas offense heads out to try and take the lead here against the stout Brophy defense.
If you're Schneider leading your guys out on the field right now, you're taking a good look at number 8 in purple.
So here we go now. Schneider brings his boys out there. Looks like that's number 3, Taylor Frazier in the backfield right there. What a drive this needs to be for the Perry Pumas, and they'll get us started here on this 1st down from the 42. Schneider will take the snap. Look, pump once, give it out to his running back. He'll break a tackle. He'll break a couple tackles, and it looks like he'll get a gain of about 5 right there. Great job by the running back. That looks like that was Frazier. He broke the initial tackle because that looked like that was going for no gain. He's able to get some positive yards. 2nd and 5 here for the Pumas.
There you go. You can't get mad at getting 5 in a drive.
So the Pumas will set up here, 3 wide receivers to the right of the quarterback as Schaefer awaits the play call. Sorry, not Schaefer, Snyder. Snyder in the shotgun takes the snap right here and gives the handoff to the running back. Looks like that's number 3 again, Frazier. And he gets very minimal gain there. It looks like about maybe 1 or 2. We'll see where they place it right here, but it looks like another crucial third down here between the Perry offense and the Brophy defense. It looks like, you go back to the start of this half, Perry gets stopped and turnover on downs. Then you go back now, they had a 4th and short the drive before. They're able to convert it and actually score a touchdown off of it.
Yeah.
So we've been in this situation now. One time it's gone well for Brophy. One time it's gone well. Wow, it looks like they'll call a penalty right here. I don't know what the call was, but they are moving the sticks, moving the chains. We'll see right here. Looks like it was a face mask on that last play. Tough call right there for Brophy.
Yeah, 6:30 left in this ball game. That can't happen.
So that gives the Pumas a first down. New set of downs right here as Snyder takes it, looks back, looking for his wide receiver, Walker, and it's broken up right there. What a play. So that's twice now they've tried to target Walker for a touchdown, and both times the secondary for the Broncos have come up huge.
Incredible awareness right there from the Broncos secondary and really able to make Walker a non-factor.
And one thing that you have to think as well, if they get a penalty right there, that's in the end zone. That brings it to the 1-yard line. So great play by them playing penalty-free football and making up for the penalty that they just had and stopping that touchdown because Walker had a step on him right there.
Yeah.
Great job by the cornerback, though. Snyder takes the snap here, 2nd down, and he'll try to scramble out. Brophy defense put in a lot of pressure on him. He just has to throw it away. Great job right there. Looks like that was Finch Logan, and that was also Hernandez right there with the pressure. Great job by them.
Yeah, like you said previously, relying on this Bronco defense has been successful for their plan of success.
And it starts with that defensive line right there. I mean, they put up so much pressure, he couldn't even look downfield for real. He just had to throw it away.
Yeah.
So Snyder will take the snap on a big 3rd down, look for his wide receiver, and he's able to sit down inside the zone and fumble! Fumble right there! Brophy recovers it! What a play by the Brophy defense, and Cree Thomas is still up on his feet, finally taken down at the 35. So after a first down by the Pumas, Brophy is able to make them cough up the ball with a huge turnover for this Brophy defense.
The Notre Dame prep commit. What a play there with the fumble. The pendulum is now swinging back momentum towards Brophy.
And it looks like that was number 25, Dominic Woods, able to force that turnover. Number 20, Cree Thomas, gets the recovery. And you see Cree with the gauntlet right there. They have the turnover gauntlet as it's known. What a play by this Brophy defense. We talked about it earlier. If there's anyone that you want to lean on, it's that Brophy defense right here.
Yep.
So here we go. 6 minutes left. 24-20. Brophy gets the ball back on offense. You don't want to play too much of this conservative football. You still need to get first downs. Still need to get yardage right here. I think you just got to operate as usual if you're the Brophy offense.
Definitely. There's a little bit too much time on the clock to be playing conservative.
So here we go. Van den Boschen in the shotgun. Looks like he'll hand it off to Estrada. Estrada has a lot of green grass. And look at him leaping over the air, putting his body on the line. First down for these Pumas. Great job.
Da-da-da, Superman! Estrada flying through the air for that one.
Wow. I mean, when you got your guys giving it their all right there, you know it's a 24-20 game. He's looking for that first down, says, I might as well go through the air if I can't do it on the ground.
Yeah, if there's traffic on the ground, what other better way than to fly up and go through the air?
So here we go now. 1st and 10 on the 49. Looks like they're just inside Puma territory right now. As Van den Boschen lines up back in the shotgun again. And it looks like they'll lean on their offensive line, hand it off again for a solid gain of 5. And this is how you close out games right here. You know, the flashy passing is nice. The nice touchdown passes are nice. When you want to put your stamp and end this game right here, put that nail in the coffin, you got to know how to run the ball.
And I could not agree more. And right now, they're able to knock time off the clock and still get first downs. Best of both worlds for the Broncos.
So a gain of 4 right there on the first down. It'll be 2nd and 6 here for the Broncos. Clock ticking under 5 minutes now, so Broncos are chewing up enough of that clock. Both teams still with all of their timeouts. So we'll see how that plays out. But CVB right back in the shotgun. He'll take the snap right here. Give it to the running back again. That's Chambers there for, looks like a gain of about 2 right there. So it'll bring up a third and about 4, third and about 5 for a huge, huge play right here for this Brophy offense.
Yeah, this is going to be the teller time of what will happen in this game.
If you're Brophy, do you look to throw the ball? Do you look to just keep it on the ground since you've been getting such a big gain?
Yeah, I mean, they've seen such a amount of success from this run game, but I'm not too sure, and they're going to talk about it right now.
Looks like it'll be a timeout for Brophy right here. Or not. I don't know. The ref is telling them that they got to stay on the field, so I think no timeout.
A little bit of confusion right there.
Could be the play of the game so far right now. 3rd and 5 on the Perry 44. Brophy with the ball. 24-24, 26 left. We'll see what happens right here. But like I said, do you throw it? Do you keep it on the ground? What are you thinking right here?
You know, CVD has had some success in the air, and I would trust him to throw it. But if they can find that hole, and if you snap it looking to throw, CVD has the opportunity to run and go get that first down.
This could also be 4-down territory, so we'll see right here. But Van den Bosch is in the shotgun. He'll take the snap. Looks like it's a direct quarterback run. And he's able to break through right there and get the first down. Or at least it'll be close to it. We might have to look right here. And they'll be able to move the chains right there, it looks like. Great job by the Brophy offensive line. Great job by Van den Bosch right there. Getting that first down. Keeping the clock moving. Keeping the chains moving.
Those quarterback runs have been their bread and butter toward the end of this fourth quarter. And they've been relying on them a ton.
So the Broncos will go tempo here, a little hurry up. They'll set up. Have 3 wide receivers out to Van den Bosch's left, 1 to his right. And it looks like that is Estrada in the backfield. As Van den Bosch will take the direct snap again, look for a direct QB run, breaks another tackle, makes one miss. Dragon defenders, man, and he's making something out of nothing for sure.
I mean, like you said, you've said his build before. He's 6'2", almost 200 pounds, pummeling down the Pumas.
So here we go right now. 2nd and 7, 35 on the 35 of the Pumas. Clock ticking down, about to hit 3 minutes right here. So big chunks of time coming off the clock. And if you're Perry, you got to start looking, when do we start using these timeouts?
Yeah, that's a great point. I mean, pretty soon, if they're not able to stop them from getting first downs.
So shotgun for CVB again, the usual. As they'll have a motion from the tight end, give it to Estrada right there. Make a play, make a move, but it looks like there is some laundry out on the field. We'll check out what that is. We'll wait for the official's call right here. Big call right now at the end of the fourth quarter. Huge, huge call. Let's see what they say. Looks like it's holding on Brophy. That'll back them up. Killer penalty right there for them.
Yep, it seems like when they had a great opportunity to keep pushing forward, something always drags them back.
Well, here we go now. So you're behind the lines, behind the chains right now. 2nd and 17. This is not the position you want to be if you're the Brophy offense. What are you looking for here? Are you handing it off? Are you looking to throw it here, get some chunk plays back? What are we thinking?
I definitely think we want to get CVD the ball and just let him work. So if he takes it from the shotgun position, that's okay, because he still has the opportunity to run if so pleases.
Motion by the tight end right here, and it looks like that's another false start right there for Brophy. So penalties are killing them right now on this final drive to try to put the nail in the coffin. And also it stops the clock right now. 2:19 on the clock for the game here.
This is the least optimal position that you'd want to be in if you're Brophy.
So it's 2nd and 22 now, backed up all the way back to the 50 now. It's a backbreaker right now. I mean, we teach this right here. It's got to be mistake-free football, especially in these crucial game-ending drives. Van den Bosch will line up in the shotgun, get his call from his coach real quick. Looks like he has Fitzgerald by himself to his left, 3 wide receivers to the right, and it looks like that's Estrada in the backfield right there. And Brophy will hand it off to Estrada to try to get some yards back right there. Gain of a couple. Keep the clock going. And it looks like, will Perry call a timeout right here to stop the clock? And it looks like they will call a timeout right here. So 24-20, 3rd and 15 for the Brophy Broncos. Probably the play of the game so far right now. 3rd and 15. This may decide who wins it tonight.
15 yards. The Broncos get it. They have opportunity, a great opportunity to win this football game. If they get stopped in their tracks, look to Perry to capitalize or not.
So if you're the offensive coordinator, are you looking, is this a must throw down, or is this potentially even run it, get a couple yards, maybe cut this in half, go for it on 4th down? What are you looking for right here?
Honestly, if I'm more of a conservative guy when it comes to my football, so I want to run the football closer, and I want to get into field goal range. If that's by any means possible, I think that's the most probable situation that happens, leading to success for the Broncos.
So they are a little bit outside of the kicker's range. They had one earlier from, it looked like about 38 to 40. Kicker missed that one. They are on the 43 of the Brophy of Puma territory right now.
If they could somehow get him right there to the 35, that would be probably the best. Obviously, 1st down would be better, but I'm looking to see if they get into field goal range.
What I'm also looking at right now is those playmakers that we've been calling all night. Nathan Benzie, Dalen Sharper, Christian Camarada, Devin Fitzgerald. I mean, you have players all over the board. Even Estrada in the backfield can come out, make a catch, make a guy miss, get some yards, and obviously the quarterback, Case Van Den Boschen right here. So here we go. 3rd and 15. Van Den Boschen in the shotgun. Maybe the play of the game so far. As he waits, gets the call from his offensive coordinator on the line right here. 1 right receiver to the left, 3 to the right for Van Den Boschen. That's Estrada in the backfield with him. As he takes a shotgun snap. Plenty of time in the pocket right now. Looking. Fumble! Oh my goodness. Almost disastrous right there for the Brophy offense. As he tries to make a guy miss. And he fumbles right there. But he's able to recover it. So, no harm, no foul right there.
Oh my gosh. That was almost bad.
Almost disastrous right there.
Yeah.
Almost disastrous. But it looks like if you're Brophy right here, you have no other option than to punt it right there. Make it a long field for Perry if they want to go and win this game. It is 24-20 right now. Brophy Broncos leading the Perry Pumas with 1:43 left in the game. What a game this has been so far. Back and forth contest, momentum shifting each way, turnovers on each side, great plays by the defense on each side. Man, oh man, we've been in for a treat tonight, man. And we are not done yet. 1:43 left, probably the biggest drive, no, definitely the biggest drive of the whole game is about to come up right here. But before then, Brophy needs to punt it off and needs to get a clean punt to this Perry defense, or this Perry special teams. Looks like it's number 1 Max Wendell Schaefer back there for the return. And it looks like the Pumas have everyone up to try to get this punt blocked. The Brophy Broncos are able to get it off, and it looks like it'll be at about the 15 where the Pumas offense will start at.
Not bad. Not bad. One last stand for the Broncos defense. This is what we've been waiting for, right? I love to see it come down to this on Friday Night Lights.
So here we go now. Kale Snyder and the offense will head out there in a potential game-winning drive here. They do need a touchdown to win the game. A field goal would do nothing for them. So here we go. 1st and 10 from the 15. 1:37 left on the clock. You got to keep an eye on LJ Walker. He's been quiet tonight, but he still is their best playmaker.
When time dwindles down, that's when the best players sure to come out.
So here we go. Snyder will take the snap all day. He'll look, and there's Walker right there, in and out of the hands. Great play by the Brophy defense secondary. It looks like that was number 8, Dom Mitchell right there with the breakup. Great job by him. In and out of the hands by Walker, though. Great job by Snyder to put it on him. If you're Walker, you got to make that catch.
You got to get your head up and know that it's coming back again.
So since it's incomplete, no time will tick off the clock. 1:31 left. 2nd and 10. Snyder trying to get the offense set. He'll have 3 wide receivers to his left, 1 to his right. with it looks like Frazier in the backfield. Takes the snap. Clean pocket. And he's able to deliver it right there. Looks like it's just the first down. And that's to Walker again, going back to his main man.
Yep, Walker has been his main man.
So the Pumas will go hurry up right here. 1:20 left on the clock. Snyder will take the snap, roll out to his right. Looking. Pressure. And oh my goodness! From a near pick to a catch by the Pumas. That looked like that was number 17, Hayden Moon. But man, oh man, what a missed out opportunity. It looks like that was safety James Pike right there. In and out of his hands. Then it's caught off the deflection by the Perry Pumas wide receiver right there. What a change of momentum.
I mean, how many circus plays have we seen? CVD fumbled, pick it up, and got some extra yards, and then to that. Wow, that's all I can say.
Crucial play. So Snyder will drop back. Pressure by the Brophy D-line, and that looks like it'll just be incomplete right there. Inaccurate throw. He had heavy pressure on him from everywhere right there. But man, oh man, that could have been the game-ending interception. But if you're the Brophy defense, you got to watch that play out your head. You still have 1 minute left in this game, and you still have to lead. That's all that matters right now.
I mean, the Pumas have a long way to go. Still, even after that masterful, throw up a prayer. Thank you for that one. But they got a long way to go.
2nd and 10 from the 50. 1 minute left in the game. 1:07 to be specific. Snyder in the shotgun. He'll take the snap here. Clean pocket. Now it won't be so clean as he looks for his wide receiver. And that's LJ Walker again. What a catch by him. Contested catch, takes a hit. And they are moving now. Looks like about a minute left here. And it looks like the clock will run. The clock will run. Under a minute now. 50 seconds. Puma set up. Snyder takes a snap. Rolls out to his left. Looking. Trying to make a play. Almost picked off right there. But it's incomplete. So that's 2 near picks now. Man, oh man.
Snyder is finding himself having to force these throws to go long with the time dwindling down and having to push for this amount of yards.
Not to mention, the Brophy defense is putting major heat on him right now, not giving him any time to feel comfortable back there.
Yeah, they're sitting in the dogs.
So here we go now. 2nd and 10. Inside enemy territory, inside the Brophy 29 goes the Perry Pumas right now. Snyder in the shotgun, takes a snap. Solid pocket, trying to move around, trying to find a player. That looks like that's to number 9, and he in and out of the hands of number 9, Peyton Greco. Had him wide open, breaking down the sideline, and he's not able to catch it right there.
That was a pretty darn good throw. Could have, if you're nitpicking, could have been a little bit better, but if you're number 9, that is your opportunity to get ahead in this game.
I mean, he's able to get 2 hands on that ball. You got to make that catch right there. But, man, what a play by Snyder. Able to roll out, evade pressure, and gets a pretty good throw here. Yeah. So here we go. 3rd and 10. 41 seconds left. At the Broncos 29. Here we go. Cale Snyder gets the call. Gives it to his offense. In the shotgun now. Looks like that's number 2, Maddox Ford, behind him. He'll take the snap. Brophy's defensive line creating the pressure. Looking, throws it. Incomplete. Great job by the Brophy secondary, staying on their men. Great job by the D-line creating the pressure. And it all comes down to this. 4th and 10. 34 seconds left in the game. 20-24. And the Pumas will call their final timeout here. And, I mean, this is the time if you do need to call a timeout.
Yep, and oh my gosh, this builds the intensity, all around this football stadium. And what better time? You get your guys in the huddle, I'll get mine.
You can feel the tension right now in both crowds, in the players on the sideline. You can tell this is the biggest play of the game so far. Man, oh man. So, I mean, if you're Perry right here, you got to be looking for Walker.
Yep.
You got to. I mean, he's made some plays this drive already to put you up in this position already. So here we go. The Pumas will trot out there. The Broncos defense will trot out there. 4th and 10. Mano y mano. Best on best right here. Let's see what happens. The Brophy crowd has the cowbells out right now. It's getting rowdy. It is getting rowdy. Snyder, 3 wide receivers to his left, 1 to his right. Got the running back behind him in the shotgun. Here we go. 4th and 10. He'll take the snap. Roll out left for his wide receivers. Has to set. Throw. Intercepted! Intercepted. Broncos defense. What a play. And that will be it. Number 0. Number 0. That is James Pike. After dropping one of them earlier in this drive, he's able to come up with the biggest play of the game for the Broncos and get the pick. What a play.
That's how you keep your head in the game. You don't let a play count you out. And the Broncos snatch it away from the Pumas.
So there is a little bit of laundry on the field right now. It probably is excessive celebration, but hey, once you make a play like that, all hands go. You celebrate as much as you want. The game-sealing interception, 24-20.
Oh my gosh, we just heard the cowbells ring, 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 and it erupted over here on this Brophy side.
What a game we were in for. I mean, back and forth to the last whistle. What a game. Number 4, Brophy Broncos will come into the Perry Pumas house, and you see it right there. You see them getting hype with the turnover gauntlet. They will come into number 11 Perry Pumas house and come away with the dub, walk away 4-0. What a game, partner.
Oh, I just love to see how that turnaround from the Broncos defense. You love to see how he had the opportunity to steal in moments ago, missed it, came back, and got it again.
So if the Brophy offense trots back out there in victory formation, they'll just kneel it, and that will end it right there. So another Friday night, another Brophy victory. As the clock ticks down, under 15 seconds, they will let it tick out as the Pumas have no more time left. The Brophy Broncos will walk into number 11, the Perry Pumas house, and come away with the victory. 4-0 on the season and 1-0 tonight. What a way for the Broncos to fight and end it here.
And another page turns in their undefeated story. What a game. And yeah, we were in for it tonight.
I'm telling you, I mean, hats off to Perry as well. They did not make this an easy one for Brophy at all. They did not make it easy. They had to fight for every inch, every yard, every point, every touchdown, everything they had to fight for tonight. But Brophy showed you they may be some Broncos, but they got that dog inside of them too.
I mean, by no means. You would think that this number 11 team could compete with the number 4 squad, but they came in, for the most part, they looked like they deserved to win this football game until the last quarter where Brophy took over.
So that will do it here for us. We will be back with the post-game commentary. But Brophy walks into number 11 Perry Pumas house and comes away with the victory, 24-20 on the night. An excellent win, a crazy game. What a way for Brophy to end it, and what a way to end it for the Brophy defense. Coming up big all night. In the final play of the game, they create the turnover. Number 0, James Pike, said, "I got game tonight." What a play. We'll be right back here with you on the Varsity Sports Show for the post-game analysis. All right. All right. On air, live. All right. You ready? And we are back here from Perry High School. What a game for these Brophy Broncos, coming away with the win 24-20. My partner here, Mr. Quentin Presley, how you doing? What a game. What a play by number 0 James Pike to end the game right there and give the Brophy Broncos a 4-0 undefeated victory. Let's talk about it. Let's recap it.
So if we're going to recap it, we got to start off from the beginning. Brophy got on the board first, right? They got that 7-0 lead, and things were looking good. Momentum quickly shifted over to Puma's side. Pendulum swing, and they had control for most of the first half.
Yeah, they went into the half up 13-10. But when it came out into the second half, it was a different story. We knew it was going to be a battle coming into the second half. I mean, you saw it everywhere from the Brophy offense getting plays, creating drives, scoring touchdowns, and then the Brophy defense getting stops early in the third quarter, getting a huge turnover on downs to give Brophy the ball back and ultimately give him the lead. And then here, that last game-winning drive, potential game-winning drive for the Pumas, stopped short by number 0 James Pike with the game-ending interception right there. But let's talk about it now. The Brophy offense seemed very shaky in the first half, had 2 turnovers, had a lot going wrong. And even coming into the third quarter, that first drive, they turned it over again with the interception. But after that, I mean, Case Vandenbosch was on his A game for the rest of the game, scoring, making people miss, breaking tackles, getting his playmakers involved. Talk about the impact that he made in this second half.
Vanden Bosch played a phenomenal role into this victory, and I mean down the line toward their last touchdown, it was him to Fitzgerald who muscled his way on that 4th down to get that first down, and I think that was one of the biggest plays of the game for them. He was phenomenal through the air, on the ground. You couldn't stop him. He was phenomenal tonight.
I'd have to give my player of the game. I know it may not seem like it, but when you get the game-winning interception, you have to be the player of the game at the end of the day, because without James Pike, and even let's look back at it. Earlier in the drive, I think it's a first down. He has a chance to get a pick. It goes through his hands, and then the Perry wide receiver is able to catch it. Yep. What did I say? You have to wash that play away, keep moving forward. You still had the lead. And you see he was able to wash that play away, reset his mind, and then go and make the game-winning interception. What a play by him.
Yeah, I think he's certified player of the game for that one. And yeah, that's the best thing about sports, right? You have your moments where you fall, but it's about if you can get up and keep going.
So now Brophy goes on 4-0, undefeated. They do go to Notre Dame Prep next week. And, Ryan Humphreys, he did come out with an injury. We saw him on crutches. So it looks like Case Vandenbosch will continue to start for these Broncos. Talk to me about that. What can you expect from him and the offense and the whole team in general going into next week?
I think they're going to miss Humphreys. I think he definitely had a lot to do with this win, with him bringing life and momentum before the end of the first half. He's going to be dearly missed. However, that was a great sign from CVD, and with his spirit still and his heart on the sideline, I think that's going to be enough for them to be able to push forward and maybe even go on to go 5-0.
Well, that will wrap it up for us here at the Varsity Sports Show. Another Friday night, another Brophy win. I'm Dowie Geber-Mariam with my co-host, Mr. Quentin Presley. Thank y'all for viewing tonight. Have a blessed one.